10 seconds.
From Milwaukee traffic to Northwoods gossip, they've got some thoughts. John and Gordy in the afternoon.
Here we are again. The time machine has worked. It's him and me. That's John Peterson. I'm Gordy Young. Parker Olson behind the controls.
Is it?
Yeah.
I guess I'm controlling things.
You better be.
If I'm not, who is?
Not us.
Uh-oh.
It's all on you, man.
Yeah, we can't keep our producers anymore. they can't make the change from morning to afternoon, to mornings and afternoon again.
Revolving door.
Yeah.
Well, good afternoon.
Well, big good afternoon to you, my compadre, my friend, my kimosabi.
Okay. Just relax.
I don't know. What are you talking
The amigo.
Okay.
The amigo, yeah.
All right. Let's get on track here. It's the afternoon edition of John and Gordy. We were here earlier this morning on our morning show here locally in Madison on WMDX, and then the afternoon show all across the state of Wisconsin and beyond.
Did you run that by me again?
You didn't know that? You weren't sure what happened today so far? So here we are, Monday, December 1st. Rip that page right off the calendar. And it's snowing again here in Madison, downtown, near the Capitol.
Very light, very light.
Very light, but it looks very slippery.
Very granular.
There. Yeah. Very, very slippery. So be careful.
Well, we hope it's not snowing too hard where you're at.
Yeah. I checked the Wisconsin radar, and there's just spotty snow here and there in southern Wisconsin. Not sure if anything's happening up north. The radar didn't go that far.
You know, the weird thing, I've got my space car, this EV that looks like it's from outer space.
Looks like a UFO.
It does.
With wheels. So it's really cool, I think.
So I charged it up, and we didn't use it over the weekend, and I'm driving it for the very first time today with the new charge in it. And honestly, it hasn't gone down at all. I haven't used any electricity out of that battery at all, and I've been here twice today. So I mean, it's like it has regeneration when you brake or when you just let off the accelerator.
Okay.
It regenerates, and it keeps regenerating and building up and using very little electricity. I'm just shocked and surprised. This is where EVs excel. In the city landscape, not driving country, not long trips, but when you're here, you're creating a lot of regeneration, a lot of friction, and it works out really well.
Makes sense to me. Everything works great except the door handles, but
those damn door handles this morning. Oh,
did you get frozen into your car?
Oh, I couldn't get in. It's like it's like a cradle. Okay. I mean, you just, you push one side and it unlocks the door, and then you push the other side and it opens the latch comes out, and I couldn't push it in to get the latch come out so I could open the door.
Maybe you need a blowtorch, just heat that baby up.
Well, I know how to hit it now. I mean, you got to really hit it hard.
Get a ball peen hammer and just smack it around.
Well, maybe,
it'd work.
This is, and we can thank Elon for this one because, this guy, he got the idea from Chinese cars, and then he thought, well, I'm going to make this standard equipment, and it's very little friction because it's even with the door. You don't even see it. In fact, it's hard to see at night. I'm pushing all over the car door to find the handle.
Why didn't they put some lights around the door handle?
It's one of those things. Yeah, this is my troubled life. I have an EV.
You'll get used to it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
In time, over time, it'll be fine.
Well, it was enough just getting the charging station installed at my home.
Yeah, so that took a couple of months.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, a lot of meetings with lawyers and city officials.
I could not get their attention. City Hall.
Right. Well, it's all good now. You know,
A little tip.
Yeah.
This is, John the handyman guy,
Mhm.
but just stay on the guy you hire to do the work, to put this charging station in. I mean, if they're good, they will stay on top of it and get the okay from the city and
Mhm.
put it in your house.
And that's what you did.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
I had 3 electricians look at it. 3 were supposed to stay on this, and only, 1 succeeded.
Okay.
And the other 2 gave up the huge amount of money it cost to put it in.
Oh, man.
$2,000 to
Whoa,
install that.
baby.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'd be better off just buying gas for the rest of my life.
Well, now you know the rest of the story. I'm sure it'll all work out okay in the end.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You'll save money.
Yep.
How long does it take, though?
Over time?
Well,
Yeah, I don't know. Good question.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm getting pretty good mileage right now.
Yeah.
Every fill up
Sounds
for
like
me is about $5 or $6.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's a lot less.
It is a lot less.
And how many miles does that get you approximately?
It gets about 300 miles.
300? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
good deal.
Yep.
Yeah, sounds great. A little bit later on, we're going to fire up the text to win contest.
We are.
That is
Yes.
underway
Mhm.
on the network here and at your local stations as well. And then we're going to replay a conversation we had with Steve Cochran, our Chicago correspondent,
Mhm.
a reporter down there, and talk a little bit with Steve in our 3:00 hour.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the big lineup
Good
for this
conversation.
afternoon. Oh,
see,
yeah.
see what's going on with ice down there in Chicago.
Yes.
Never know.
All
You
the
never know.
latest. Yep.
All the latest. And you want to stay near your radio,
Yeah, why?
because during that conversation, we talked to CJ. Don't forget,
Yeah.
mark that on
That's
your
in
watch.
3:00 hour.
Put that reminder in.
Right around 3:35. We'll air that conversation. Yeah. Should be good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you're preoccupied and everything like that, but maybe I could ask the entire state, should I buy my AI glasses or not?
Oh, this again. So you ordered them. You bought them. You bought
I
them.
did. I was
On
impulse buying
on Amazon?
on Black Friday. Yeah.
Okay. These are AI glasses,
AI
that
glasses.
show like your computer screen on your
Yeah,
lens.
yep, it does. On
What?
one lens, it does.
Hmm.
And so you can ask any question and it'll come up. Now, what I found out later is that it takes a little bit of time, just like anything. It takes a little time to show up on the lens.
I see.
And I was going to use it on the radio, just to kind of freak everybody out. This guy knows everything. I wanted to be Mr. Know-It-All on the radio.
So wait a minute. You
And,
can't see the words if I'm looking at you, and I can't
no,
see them.
You can't see them, but I can see them.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
there is proactive. In other words, it listens to everything we say. So if you say, well, I took out the dog, I'll get AI saying, this is how you take out the dog. That's what I also found out, by the way. It reacts to everything you say.
Everything that it hears.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when do you get the glasses? How
Well,
long?
Oddly, I canceled it right after I
that's right.
ordered them. They're prescription, by the way. You can get any kind of lens in there.
You had second-
sunglasses or
You
prescription.
immediately had second thoughts. As soon as
I-
you ordered them, you were like, oh, no.
I did have second thoughts because it also has speakers in the arms, which you can use, instead of putting earbuds in.
In the temples of the glasses?
It's great stuff. But I read that the sound isn't very good. So I thought, well, that's a drawback too. And I thought, so I canceled. Now I'm in a conversation with them online.
About your cancellation?
Yeah, and they're not sure why I wanted to cancel. They want to have
Oh.
some good reasons why.
They already shipped them, probably.
But here's the thing. Now I'm reconsidering.
And now you want them again.
They're making it so difficult that you want to keep them now.
Well, this is what they look like. Ray-Bans, the black
wow.
frames.
Yeah, very cool.
And I've always wanted to have glasses like that ever since in the 60s when Spider-Man was out. He had the
yeah.
glasses too.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be like Spider-Man, not so much like Clark Kent. I know he has the same glasses, but Clark Kent, forget him. Spider-Man, Peter Parker.
Okay.
And I wanted to be like that. I wanted to wear glasses stupidly. Anyway, I had perfect sight. Well, anyway, so now I have these glasses and I could be Peter Parker again.
Well, you don't
I could
know.
be living that out. Their prescription glasses. I could just have AI scrolling on my eye.
That
Sure,
sounds so distracting. I think that would drive me bat crap crazy.
Well, you have to kind of look up. So if you're actually talking to somebody and you're conversing with them,
Your eyes are wandering. Like one eye is going one way and the other eye is going the other way. How's that going to be good?
well, they could actually think, well, he's thinking about something.
Yeah, right.
He's gone cross-eyed now.
Oh, man. No. Well, so you don't really know if you're going to get these or not. You tried to cancel. Maybe they're not going to cancel it for you.
I'm
So
in
they
a
may show
conversation.
up.
I'm having second thoughts now. I may just get these damn things.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, let's get to some real stories here. Well, I don't know if we have enough. Let's get to some real stories here. Let's talk about healthcare. All right. Healthcare, very, very important stuff here. And we cover it extensively here on the program because I know everything there is to know about healthcare.
You are Mr. Answer Man when it comes to healthcare.
And it's driving me crazy.
Well, it's driving the rest of us crazy too.
I know. Wouldn't it be great just to have universal healthcare for me to shut up?
Maybe.
God.
Maybe. You could be a healthcare advocate. I'm surprised you don't, just open up a business on the side advising people on their healthcare options.
We have a great view of State Street.
Yeah.
And the road next to it.
Oh yeah.
And I just happened to glance up and I think I saw my car.
Really?
Driving
Somebody
down the
hopped
street.
into it. They're driving
Somebody
it away.
hopped in and they're driving away with it. Well, I hope it's not my car anyway.
Okay.
There must be another one very, very much like it.
Oh, sure.
All right, here we are. Healthcare. Voters support Medicare for all. That's what the recent survey, even after hearing it would eliminate most private insurance and raise taxes. Now, who cares about eliminating private insurance? Seriously. The bane of my existence, insurance companies. I don't want to see them.
Right.
In fact, when I was a kid, I had a few accidents with the car and they weren't my fault. And the insurance company warned my parents that if I didn't move out, they would raise the rates. That was
Are
my
you sure
first,
they weren't your
no,
fault?
really seriously, this was my first experience with car insurance, and I ever since I have hated them. But anyway, get this. Some proposals for Medicare for all would eliminate most private insurance plans and replace premiums with higher taxes while guaranteeing health coverage for everyone and eliminating most out-of-pocket costs like co-pays and deductibles. Yes, that's true. All of that is absolutely true. But
yes,
I think we'll retain some of those insurance companies in order to manage the universal health care insurance run by the government. Okay, I think that's what's going to happen. But it is amazing. It truly is amazing. When you consider all voters, 63% support universal health care or Medicare for all.
Wow.
The Democrats, of course, overwhelmingly support it, 78%. Independents, 64%. And Republicans, get this, 47%.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not bad. 46% oppose it. They love paying a lot of money out of pocket.
46% of Republicans oppose it?
Yes.
Oh, man.
47% approve it. So, yeah.
Split right down the middle. Huh?
Pretty much down the middle, but everybody else is a little bit smarter than those damn Republicans.
Okay. Uh-huh.
I got it. By the way, I have another
more.
story about vaccines coming up in just a moment. This is new, so
Okay.
you want to stay by the radio.
Very good. Well, we're just getting started on Monday afternoon. It's John and Gordy and you, because we're taking your phone calls at 855-752-4842. Coming right back with more of John and Gordy in the afternoon.
Happy holidays, happy holidays.
Hi, Judy Summers again. Looking for that perfect tree? Check our website at summerschristmastreefarm.com. Happy holidays from the Summers family.
When you're having computer problems, you need a company you trust to get things working again, quickly and affordably. Madison Computer Works has been doing that for business and residential customers for decades. Our computer care plans take away the hassle of being without your computer or needing to bring it in for repair. Starting at only $10 a month, our local and friendly techs provide remote help and can fix most problems in just minutes. Call 608-231-8000 and sign up today. Madison Computer Works, computers that work for you.
School sports are played by humans, coached by humans, and officiated by humans. So the next time you're sitting in the stands at a school athletic event, please remember this and maintain your humanity, especially when it comes to judging and critiquing athletes, coaches, and officials. Please show your fellow humans some respect. They'll appreciate your empathy.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
My name's John Driscoll, proud member of the Patriotic Millionaires. When I was CEO at CareCentrix, I doubled entry-level wages. The impact? Productivity went up, turnover went down, and the company was successful. When employees are off the clock, they're real consumers, the consumers that drive the economy with their spending. By paying employees a fair wage, we're actually helping out all of us in giving our economy the best chance to succeed. I'm John Driscoll, I'm a patriotic millionaire, and I approve this message.
In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org.
Michael McDonald.
Oh, don't get me going.
There we go again.
Oh, boy. The Civic Media Radio Network. It's Michael McDonald on every song ever recorded, at least in the 80s.
In Los Angeles, yes. He was on a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Steely Dan, Dewey Brothers, his own stuff, everybody else's stuff. Yeah. He made a lot of money in the 80s.
Could you just, cut this part out, save it? We'll want to rerun it over and over and over every time we play something from Michael McDonald.
Phone lines are open, 855-752-4842.
Oh,
that's 855-75-CIVIC.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
I want to say this one thing about the voters saying that they do support Medicare for all by 63% to 29% who don't. Mm-hmm. The thing here is that when we finally have something like this, we won't have to talk about it anymore. We won't have medical debt to have to deal with anymore. This whole thing is going to make everything so much better. So many things can happen in our lives that we don't have to worry about health care anymore. But here's the thing. Why aren't the Democrats on board with this? With 63% support of Medicare for all, why haven't the Democrats opened this thing wide open? I mean, they are pushing for the ACA tax credits. We got that. We know that's what they want. Why not say, and we want universal health care for all? Why should we rely on the tax credits? Why should we have these prices going through the roof? They're just getting higher and higher, whether it's through the ACA or whether it's in the private sector. They're just going to keep going higher and higher. So let's just get this thing over with. Universal health care. Let the Democrats use this as their main thrust during the election.
So far, they seem hesitant to go that far.
Yeah.
They don't bring it up at all.
And
that's kind of curious. I don't know.
It's just outrageous.
Yeah.
So anyway, I want to get to the drug pricing schemes that are going. Oh, yes. Why don't we go to the phones right now? We have Joe on the line who wants to talk about the new low prices on Medicare.
Hi, Joe. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that, this worrying that you have about prices in healthcare, really, I don't know what you're worried about. We got the guy on it. The president was quoted as saying, after this MRI, he didn't know what it was for. It wasn't the brain, he said, after all, because he took a cognitive test and, quote, I aced it.
Yes.
And then he said to the reporter, which would be more than which would be something you're incapable of.
Wow.
Mr. Kindness.
Yes.
Mr. Kindness. He then followed up later in the interview with, again, repeating his drug plan. He said, you're going to have drug prices coming down 500, 600, 700% because of me. It's probably the biggest thing to happen in medicine in the last 100 years. And then they have a little fact check. It says reducing the drug price by 100% would make it free.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, I'd like that. I'd go with that.
That'd be great.
But I know this is from the this is from the Inflation Reduction Act that Biden put in place.
Right. And you could just walk to the mailbox and be getting your check from Eli Lilly or whatever it is, or Pfizer. They'd be saying, here you go, Joe. Here's your check for mucho money because you're earning more. You're earning to take our drugs now.
Yes.
It's a fabulous plan. Best thing to hit medicine in 100 years. Why do you need Medicare for all when you got this coming into your pocket? So I submit that. So what else can I say? Yeah, beautiful is the best way to sum it up.
I know. It's something else. All right.
Crazy.
Thanks,
you,
Joe. Appreciate that. And this is what's happening at the FDA in regards to vaccines. This is really horrific news. The FDA is now using political reasons for medical decisions. Who's surprised at that? I mean, what could go wrong, right? The FDA will change its vaccine approval process, alleging that COVID-19 vaccinations resulted in the deaths of 10 children.
Really?
10 children. Again, they didn't have proof of these 10 children dying from the vaccine, and we're wondering, where did you get that information? We don't know. But then they went on, and this is the political part of it. An internal FDA memo gave this not so medical reason.
Okay.
Healthy young children who faced tremendously low risk of death were coerced at the behest of the Biden administration via school and work mandates to receive a vaccine that could result in death. Now, could result is not 10 deaths of children. Okay, that's not the same. And how about this utter nonsense? Trials for the pneumonia vaccine, we get reminders of that every once in a while, Gordy and I do.
Right.
Will need to prove the shots reduce disease instead of showing that the vaccine produces enough antibodies to reduce the disease.
Wait,
I'm just like, okay. You got to prove it reduces the disease before we allow people to get the vaccine to reduce the disease.
Okay. All right.
Oh, man, this is just...
My head is spinning.
And the horror of all of this, it actually affects real people out there who need this, especially the elderly who need the pneumonia vaccine. I mean, they're more susceptible to this.
Yes.
One of the major causes of death for seniors is pneumonia. So anyway, this is really, really bad news, and having these roadblocks put in place by the Trump administration is just devastating. Get this, the agency will also revise the annual flu vaccine framework.
Really?
Just for the heck of it. Like it needed it, right?
Okay.
The FDA's chief medical and scientific officer said in a not so science-based way, some staff may not agree with these core principles and operating principles.
Okay.
But if they don't like it, the staffers should submit their resignation letters. How do you like that
Okay.
for...
like it or hit the road,
not
Jack?
very scientific.
Yeah. Hey, we're getting a bunch of texts and phone calls coming in on healthcare and related subjects. We'll be back with those. It's John and Gordy in the afternoon. Stay right with us.
WMDX. Your neighbors are talking. Leaders are deciding. Madison's story unfolds daily on 92.7 WMDX.
Oh, is the weather event we lived through over the weekend an example of Wisconsin's extreme weather? I'm PM Yankee with a quick update on what's happening in food and farming news on a Monday. Guess what? The Wisconsin State Climatology Office, along with WiscoNet and the Rural Partnership Institute, want to ask you that very question. We'll explain the platform for that conversation next.
You know, a favorite trucker hat with a wedding tuxedo is certainly a unique combination, but not as crowd-pleasing of a combination as Cropland WinPak varieties. WinPak soybeans blend together two complementary varieties to help maximize yield potential and reduce risk across variable field conditions in many environments. Talk to your local Cropland retail seed expert about WinPak varieties, one of the most unique concepts in soybeans today.
Amanda Latham is one of the meteorologists in the Wisconsin State Climatology Office. Tomorrow evening at 4 p.m. in Rhinelander, they're beginning a series of conversations with Wisconsinites to talk about extreme weather and the climate we're living in. She says, whether you realize it or not, we have seen some major changes in the extreme weather events we lived through.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen more extreme flooding, but on the backside of that, we've also seen more extreme droughts. And especially those people in rural areas have really seen that. We're having flooded fields more frequently, but then longer stretches where it doesn't rain and those fields dry up. We're seeing more extreme heat during the summer, especially overnight. We know that has an impact on crops, especially when those overnight temperatures stay really warm. It kind of exhausts those plants. It's also getting a lot more humid, which has an impact on people, but also on crops and plants as well.
Amanda Latham, one of the staff meteorologists in the Wisconsin State Climatology Office. Now, they are hosting an Extreme Weather and Climate Services Roadshow tomorrow from 4 until 6 p.m. It is physically going to be at the Newbold Community Center in Rhinelander, but she encourages people to follow along with their conversations because they'll be scheduling more of these roadshows in the future. You want to register or find out more about the conversation, just look for the Wisconsin State Climatology Office or go to our website, MidwestFarmReport.com.
As the weather changes, it can start to impact feed quality. Don't let your cows become the victims of the ration roller coaster. Adding Generator Elite to your herd's ration can introduce beneficial microbials that support gut health and help the herd navigate the highs and lows of feed quality, all while using less than an ounce per day per cow. Learn more about Generator Elite at bio-vet.com.
Innovation, that's BioVet.
Don't forget, our talk text line is open for you anytime you'd like to share what's happening in your backyard. 877-301-FARM. I'm Pam Yankee.
From the Capitol to your kitchen table, Madison's biggest stories live right here on 92.7 WMDX.
I'm meteorologist Rodney Price. Our latest snow system coming through, bringing us less than an inch of accumulation on top of what we saw over the weekend. Highs in the mid-20s this afternoon. Clouds around. Snow comes to an end tonight. Mostly cloudy and lows near 10 above. It's 24 at our studios.
Hey there, Wisconsin. Tom Hartman here. Democracy is not a spectator sport, so join me each and every weekday right here on Civic Media for the Tom Hartman program from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Covering the news of the day and sharing ways for you to get off the sidelines and get active in your community, because change starts with you. Get involved and tune in to the Tom Hartman program Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on your local Civic Media radio station.
This is Robert Pilot of Native Roots Radio. On our show, we share stories from Turtle Island, highlighting the people and issues shaping our communities. From protecting water to treaty rights and preserving languages and traditions, we cover it all. Hear voices like Arena Martin of Emerge Wisconsin, Dr. Stately, Robert Lilligren, and more. Because Native issues are human issues, and human issues are Native issues.
Native Roots Radio, weeknights at 8 on your local Civic Media radio station.
Tell me why I don't like Mondays. Tell me why I don't like Mondays. Tell me why I don't like Mondays. I wanna shoot. day down.
Normally I agree with this song, but after Sunday and the snowball that we had and my snowblower problems, I like Mondays now.
You
Man,
like this Monday.
Yeah, this Monday especially. Man, what a horrible weekend.
Well, here in the Madison area, I think we got more snow than anybody else in the state. You know, I mean, southern Wisconsin
I think
really got hit.
12.4 inches of snow.
Right.
Yeah.
And your snowblower didn't exactly operate the way that you thought it might.
Right. It has to be real dry.
Yeah.
And if it's even just a little bit wet, I end up pushing snow instead of blowing it. And believe me, that ain't easy.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to go through that again.
But you're going to order a brand new snowblower, right? That's the next step. That's the next thing on the list.
Battery operated.
Send those
one.
AI glasses back and get a snowblower instead.
With all that money you're saving on the glasses, you get the snowblower.
See, yeah, maybe that's the whole thing right there. Perfectly. We have a few responses here in regards to universal health care for all. Chris writes, businesses would not pay premiums either.
Is that true? Is that true?
Actually, small businesses, all businesses, would contribute something into your health care.
Okay.
It has to happen that way. You pay, of course, in your FICA, your taxes.
Okay.
For Social Security and Medicare. You still pay into that. Medicare would still be there. That payment would still be there, but that percentage would increase, and that would be your universal health care.
Okay.
But the business would have to match that.
I see.
Okay. So businesses would contribute, you would contribute, and it would support the entire system at that point. All right.
And John, we got a text in here. We have the best healthcare on the planet. This comes from Len in Madison. Says we have the best healthcare on the planet if you can afford it. The healthcare system in the U.S. borders on the ultimate extortion: your money or your life.
Oh,
Right?
absolutely.
Isn't that the truth? Yeah. We're getting more calls here. Parker Olson, our producer this afternoon.
Oh yeah.
And Parker, let's go to Kurt, who is on the line here, 855-752-4842. Kurt, go ahead.
What do you got?
Good afternoon.
Hi, guys. John, there's a second massive elephant in the room outside of the healthcare for all, which I want as bad as you do. But all these hospitals are being snatched up and being privatized. I mean, hedge funds are buying them, all sorts of. This is happening in the veterinarian business as well. So they're going to find yet more ways of making it unaffordable for us to achieve health care.
Yeah.
So that animal needs to be dealt with as well.
I agree with you on that, but my look at it is that I think they're making a bad investment in buying all these hospitals and privatizing a lot of these facilities for doctors. They're hiring doctors to put them in their privatized little organizations.
Okay.
I think they're making a big mistake, because if we go to universal health care, they're going to have a problem. They're not going to make the money that they thought they were going to make. So
there's just one other problem. My sister was a nurse anesthetist for over 30 years, and she retired 2 years ago, or was it 3 years ago? And on the conversation with her, she just said, "Oh my God, I can't tell you how grateful I got out of the healthcare system when I did," because she started sharing all these horror stories of how the hospitals are changing their policies and procedures. And she mentioned things that which put patients in harm's way. So it's still a problem.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you.
Yeah, lots of issues for sure.
I have an anesthesiologist story.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I had cataracts and I had new lenses put in.
Okay.
And I found out that the anesthesiologist wasn't part of my health plan.
Oh, boy, and they're expensive too, aren't they?
Yes, they're very expensive.
Yeah, they make a lot of money.
They did, and they did off of me. I did not know it. See, it's
Surprise.
those little things that you have to ask when you find out you're going to a clinic or getting an operation. Are they a part of your health care plan? Are they an approved physician? This is just a nightmare.
Yeah, yeah,
It
absolutely.
really is. All right, let's go to Kevin. Kevin, what do you got for us on healthcare?
Good afternoon. I just wanted to say that's wishful thinking. Those insurance companies own those politicians in both parties.
Yeah.
And you won't see that in our lifetime. And the other point I wanted to make is when we ever have these conversations about the cost of healthcare in this country, we never talk about the rate of obesity in this country versus anywhere else in the world. I just got back from 2 weeks in Europe, and it'd be rare to see a fat person until you get ready to fly home and you're in London Heathrow and you're getting ready to get on the flight to the States. That's where all the seat belt extenders are.
Well,
I'll leave it at that.
Okay. All right. That sounds good.
Kevin,
you know
thank
why they're so thin in Europe? They're socialists.
Kind of making a generalization there.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Okay. I'm just kidding. You know, they have proven this over and over and over again. Universal healthcare works.
Yeah.
Every country has proven it, and for some reason, we just can't sell it.
Yeah.
And I remember
it's a political football.
I remember a survey that I saw that people are afraid of losing their doctor under universal healthcare. You know, I'm thinking, think about what it's universal health care. You can keep your doctor. More than anything, it's your employer isn't going to change plans and your doctor's not in that plan. The ACA maybe took away your doctor that you have been seeing for so many years, but that's not a big deal because you can always, find another doctor. They retire. I've had 3 doctors retire on me already. I think
you've outlasted them.
I think I asked too many questions and bored the hell out of them.
You think?
This is it. I don't need patients like this. So anyway, that's one of those situations.
Hey, coming up after the top of the hour, we're going to get into our Text to Win contest. Just started up again this morning, and throughout the day, you have chances to win prizes like the daily prize, the $200 cash, and then there are grand prizes also involved. We'll tell you a little bit more after the top of the hour, but it's our Text to Win contest, and you can be a part of it. Civic Media's grown-up gift list Text to Win contest coming up after the top of the hour.
All right. Now, Chris texted us and said UK closely
obesity rates
are very similar to the US.
Yeah, on par with the USA. Okay.
I can't see that.
Really?
We got to have bigger monitors in here.
You got to get those new glasses, the AI glasses, maybe automatically magnify things for you.
That'd be nice.
Hey, there you go.
I like that idea.
Let's
get telescopes on our face.
Why not? I think it's a good idea.
Chris says, I think you're wrong about business contributions. Look into it.
Okay, Chris.
Now, if I had my AI glasses, I could tell you for sure.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like they really want to send those to you. They don't want to back out of this deal. You wanted to back out, but they probably already shipped them.
Right.
Do you think?
Right.
So they're trying to save the sale with you.
Yeah, that's what I think is happening. But I don't know. I'm kind of excited to see them and experience them and, walk around town as I do, asking myself questions.
Do they have any accessories with those? Or is it just the glasses and a case and
the ring?
The ring.
Yes.
And the ring does what?
The ring is like a mouse.
Oh, okay.
Guides you through it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Has different functions. Huh? You can click.
Yes.
Move it around.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Welcome to the 21st century.
I think you're winning Gordy over on these.
Yeah.
I think he might get a pair.
Well, I think it would be amusing to watch you put them on and see what happens. Bump into the walls here.
But they're prescription. So
okay.
It's the big deal there.
Okay.
I'm going to have to look into that, Chris. I think I am right. I think we still pay into the system. We have to pay into the system in some way. And there is, of course, an employee match to your Social Security and Medicare. So, everybody pays into the system that way. And I know it seems kind of odd that the employer would still be paying for it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But that's the way it is.
Hey, we want to invite people from all over the state this Thursday night. We've got a big deal going on with our friend Pete Schwaba, who, of course, hosts Nightlight here on Civic Media Network. His show follows ours here at 5 p.m.
We forced him to have a 20th anniversary of his one and only movie.
That's right. The Godfather of Green Bay. Yes. And we're going to be showing that.
We love that movie.
Yeah. Here in Madison, it's going to be at the Atwood Music Hall.
Yeah.
And that is on Thursday. This coming Thursday, tickets are just $10, and a portion of those tickets goes to the Dane County Humane Society. It's all brought to us by our friends at Doundren's Distilling in Cottage Grove near Madison. So we hope to see you there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Pete will be there taking questions and giving some answers.
Yes.
And we're going to have a fun time that night. So it's Thursday night, this coming Thursday, 7 p.m. at the Atwood Music Hall. Go to Atwood Music Hall. Just Google them, and you can get tickets right online.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good. Sounds exciting, and we'll be there answering questions as well.
And I think we have Pete lined up as a guest later this week.
I think we do.
I don't know which day or which show.
I think Friday, isn't it?
Is it Friday?
The debut. I mean, the 20th annivery is on Thursday. Is
Thursday night. So we're going to talk to him the day after?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so.
All right.
Now, here's the thing about the employer contribution to all of this. Now, there are different systems all over the world. So who knows what system we could adopt here in this country? And that's the great thing about it. All these other industrialized countries have their own version of universal health care, or single payer, they used to call it.
But they're a little different, right?
But they're all a little bit different.
Sure.
Yes. And way back when, I was actually watching how Japan put their universal health care coverage together. They did the same thing. They went all over to find the best things. They did put a plan together. They started it, and they got rid of a few things that didn't exactly fit the way they wanted to. So you can always take things out. You can always put stuff back in.
So it's kind of a transition period.
Yes.
Over the first couple of years, first few years.
And that's what happened to the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, too. But the Republicans refused to help change any of the problems that the ACA did experience and still has. And that is part of the reason why Obamacare is struggling in the payment area.
Right.
But again, healthcare has been going up regardless of whether it's on the ACA or in the private sector. And in a private sector, they have junk plans. You can buy a plan, but it may not cover the illness that you would have gotten. Or they could write you off and say you made a mistake in your application. You can't have any coverage. Thank you, and see you later after you've already been diagnosed with a serious problem. So it's not good.
No.
All right. Greg out in Waukesha says a lot of those AI glasses have features for the blind and visually impaired. Not that John is blind or visually impaired. Well, mentally impaired, maybe.
Not yet.
But I can teach both of you Braille if you ever become blind, visually impaired.
Okay. I'm not sure what that last line meant to say, but I think that's Greg from Waukesha.
I was going to say, I think it's Greg.
That's what he meant to say.
Greg,
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Greg in Waukesha. Yeah.
Thank you, Greg.
Sucks.
Thank you. Okay.
All right. Here's something. Get this. This is unbelievable. Every time we read a story about the Trump administration, it's always unbelievable. And I'm like, oh, it's hard to report this stuff. The Trump
well, actually, we only have about 30 seconds here, John.
Well, I can't get it.
Can you
in
give us the
30
headline?
seconds.
What is?
Well, disabled workers.
Okay.
May have a problem getting Social Security.
Oh, great. Well, more good news ahead. All right. We will be back with more of the afternoon edition of John and Gordy after this.
Tell me why I don't like Mondays. Tell me why.
Conversation right to your inbox. Subscribe to the WMDX newsletter and never miss the stories right here in Madison. WMDXradio.com.
As the season of celebration begins, David J. Frank Landscape extends heartfelt thanks to their clients, their community, and everyone who made 2025 a year of growth. While the snow falls, the David J. Frank team remains hard at work keeping properties safe and beautiful all winter long and designing next spring's dream yards. From their family to yours, happy holidays. From David J. Frank, Wisconsin's trusted landscape partner since 1959. Visit davidjfrank.com to start planning your 2026 landscape today.
Hey, honey, how was your day?
Yours?
Pretty good. Guess what? The boss asked me to find a place for the holiday party this year.
Oh, I know a place that'd be just
Yes, right here. We think so alike.
No,
we can
wait,
put some
wait.
X.
No, not
what?
our house. Sugar River Pizza.
You
you already told them they could be here, didn't you?
Yeah,
I'm
well-
sure you thought catering from Sugar River would be just fine.
Sure.
Yeah, but you've seen that huge room in the back of the Sugar River Pizza at their Sun Prairie location.
Yes.
It's ideal for a holiday party.
Well, yes.
Fabulous pizza, that pulled pork you love, pasta, soup, sandwiches.
Yeah.
Anyone can get exactly what they want.
And it's better than your meatloaf. Well,
Wait,
let me
wait,
call them.
What did you just say? You said you like my meatloaf.
I did. No, Sugar River Pizza in Sun Prairie. That is a great idea. You're brilliant. Thanks, hon.
Plan your next office or holiday party with Sugar River Pizza in Sun Prairie. Get to sugarriverpizza.com/catering to book today.
What exactly is wrong with my meatloaf?
I like it. Most of the time,
Wait,
it's pretty
most
good.
of the time?
Well, most
Pretty
yeah,
good?
Kind of, yeah.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. From fighting wildfires with air support, helping civilians in flooded neighborhoods, to delivering food and supplies to those who have lost everything, the Army National Guard always responds when disaster strikes. The Army National Guard also trains to be ever vigilant against threats, foreign and domestic. They protect our skies with missile defense weaponry. They secure our information, communications, and infrastructure with cybersecurity. And they protect us against chemical, biological, and radiological hazards with the civilian support team. The Army National Guard also stands ready to deploy and provide support for conflicts or humanitarian missions abroad. Join the Army National Guard and be there to respond, protect, and support your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
You need the room, you need the space. You gotta find yourself a swinging place. You gotta fly, you gotta soar. You gotta live a little more. Don't try and fight it. You've been invited. Come on and swing, swing, swing it.
Yeah, baby. We're swinging. It's John and Gordy in the afternoon.
That's right. Coming up in about 15 minutes, we will reveal the next keyword in our grown-up gift list text to win contest. It's a multi-state contest, and you'll have a chance to win $200. That's what we give away once a day. And then you'll also be entered into the grand prize drawing. We'll tell you more about that coming up after the top of the hour.
Okay, now there are a few people watching on YouTube right now.
Yeah, YouTube and Facebook. Yeah, we got a few viewers.
I just want to show everybody my great T-shirt here that I.
Oh yeah, you got the sandwich guy.
Yeah, the sandwich protester.
The guy that threw the Subway sandwich.
Yeah, the National Guard member, and
yeah,
it is, right there.
And they arrested him. They tried to put him away, and they threw the case out.
They threw the case out
because the guy he threw a sandwich against a guy that had full armor on, and it didn't do any damage. It didn't hurt him, but yeah,
they were going to make an example of him.
Yes, they said the sandwich. The prosecutor said the sandwich exploded on the man's chest.
Yes, and it didn't.
It didn't. It just kind of fell apart.
It stayed in the wrapper where it should be.
Yeah, right.
So,
yeah. Okay.
Oh, just the fact that the Republicans, their plan, remember the big bad bill that they passed, created all these problems. They didn't renew the ACA tax credits. They created that problem. They thought, why not just take healthcare away from at least 10, I think 15 million people. Personally, that's my estimate.
I thought it was more like 20 million.
Well, it could go up to that because of Medicaid.
I see.
The work requirements in Medicaid, which are even worse. Listen to this. Okay. The Trump administration thought that older, severely disabled workers could withstand a cut to Social Security disability benefits because in today's economy, it's easier to find a more sedentary job at a computer, right? Even the Grim Reaper in the video, Russell Vought, the powerful White House budget director, said, I know that this is being written about in the press, but it isn't going to happen. We're not going to put this in effect. It's in the big bad bill to do this, to make senior citizens who are severely disabled work because now there are computer jobs.
Yeah.
But it ain't happening.
Oh.
They're not going to let it happen.
Okay.
They're not going to let it happen. Not going to happen.
Not going to do it.
So,
okay.
So anyway, new polling by a Trump-aligned firm has suggested that older Trump voters would overwhelmingly oppose such changes to disability eligibility.
Huh. Do tell.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
And again, just a reminder, Congress wrote this in to the big bad bill. They thought it was okay. They, is there a way, let me just ask the question. Is there a way that we can reward these Republicans for all the work they put into this big bad bill? Is there something we could do to them?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure there is something we could do.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay.
Who do we have up?
No.
Do we have somebody on the line right now?
I think we're going to talk to him later, though, in the show. Remember, we've got him on another segment there. You want to do this or not?
Well, he's talking healthcare. I always like to hear the other side.
Okay.
So let's go to some stranger on the phone right now.
Yeah,
I don't know who he is, but go ahead. What have you got on healthcare?
Good afternoon.
Is that me?
Yes. Is it? Oh, it's CJ.
Well, I can't see why you guys are on the radio. You're such handsome gentlemen. I think you should be on some sitcom or something.
Well, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that.
Thank you for your call and have a good day. Oh, there's more? Okay.
I don't blame you. But here's 4 things that President Obama said about Obamacare.
Yeah.
Actually, the reduction, it will cause a reduction in the national debt by $4 trillion over the long term. And not true.
Okay.
Reducing waste and efficiency in Medicare and Medicaid will mostly pay for this program.
Yes.
And not true.
It does. It is true.
Slow the rate of growth for our families, our business, and government. And not true. There will be a provision in this plan that requires us to come forward with more spending cuts if those savings don't materialize. And all those things that he said to sell this plan to America, not true.
Well, I think the last
Democrats did this, and now they're requiring the Republicans to fix it.
I think
when they said this was exactly what was going to happen.
I think the last 2 items
Ron
that you
Johnson
had
was right.
All right, hang on,
the last
CJ.
2 items that I think you mentioned, a few of those items, they wanted to revise them. They wanted to change a few of those items, but the Republicans wouldn't allow that to happen. So a lot of the problems that you see in the ACA were allowed to happen. And businesses, by the way, did really like getting on the Affordable Care Act. It lowered their premiums a lot.
Because it got turned over to the taxpayer. That's why.
Yes.
And it put the taxpayer more in debt and the country
No, it
more
didn't
in
put.
debt.
No, it didn't
So
actually.
We want competition. We don't want socialism. We maybe New York does, but the country doesn't.
Okay.
What about all the other industrialized countries that have it?
Yeah. What about all the industrialized countries? What is there some problem that you have
That's
with them?
why Canada and people with money in Canada are coming here.
Okay.
For
All right.
healthcare.
All right. That's just that's BS. That's actually bull. Yeah, and people from this country go to other countries to get operations and taken care of medically because it's cheaper and better. So thank you.
We've got news straight ahead, and when we come back, we'll reveal the next keyword in our Text to Win contest. It's our grown-up gift list Text to Win. That's after the news. And then later in the hour, we'll check in with Steve Cochran from Chicago. It's all coming up. John Peterson, Gordy Young, along with our producer, Parker Olson. Stay with us.
When you hear a record playing, don't change a thing, 'cause baby, the swing's the thing.
Madison's real news and great conversation. A Civic Media station. WMDXradio.com.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. The price of Zepbound, one of Eli Lilly's popular weight loss drugs, has been reduced for those paying out of pocket. ABC's Rhiannon Alley has details.
The lowest dose of the weight loss drug will now be $299 per month. That is down $50. The highest doses also get a $50 price slash to $449. It is important to note, though, these prices are for people who do not have insurance who are buying Zepbound directly from Eli Lilly's website.
There is growing bipartisan support for a review of U.S. military strikes on alleged Venezuelan drug vessels in the Caribbean after the Washington Post reported 2 men were killed in September during a second strike after surviving the first U.S. hit, which could be a violation of war laws, according to experts. The White House says Navy Admiral Frank Bradley issued the follow-up strike and says acted within the authority of the law. Americans are scanning online sales on this Cyber Monday. Retailers reported robust Black Friday sales already. This is ABC News.
Local news, real voices, and conversations that count. That's Madison. And that's 92.7 WMDX.
For 92.7 WMDX News, I'm Savannah Tomei Olson. Almost a foot. That's how much snow we got here in Madison over the weekend. The Dane County Regional Airport is our official sample site, and the National Weather Service registered 11.7 inches there. We got most of that on Saturday, over 9 inches, making it the most snow to fall on a single November day in recorded Madison history. Crews from the Streets Division had hoped to have all their plowing done by 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon, but they didn't hit that goal. The snow was so deep that it slowed them down. But they were out all day yesterday to get it done. Now their work continues. They've got more to do today to clear it all. And city officials declared a snow emergency, so alternate side parking rules were in effect downtown. And staff say they towed many vehicles after drivers didn't follow the rules. That snow emergency has since expired. The deadline to get your sidewalks clear in front of your home or business is noon today. Sorry to say if you didn't get your leaves out to the curb before the snow fell, because they're kind of out of luck now. The city has suspended all leaf collection until the spring. Although it's not like you can rake leaves anyway under all this snow. That may not be a bad thing either. Leaves and other yard trimmings account for roughly 12% of the waste generated in American municipalities, according to the EPA. Environmental groups encourage people to leave the leaves. Kristen Heberlig from the Chesapeake Bay Foundation.
The leaves offer habitat for certain pollinator species. Lots of little bugs will lay their eggs or they'll burrow under them and winter over. And they also can provide food for certain critters.
Keeping leaves on the ground can help the soil retain moisture now that there's snow over it. But if you really want to get them off your lawn, you can take them to one of the city's 2 drop-off sites. There's South Point Road near Middleton and Sycamore Avenue on the east side. I'm Savannah Tomei Olson, 92.7 WMDX News.
Bucks basketball tonight. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with Sports NBA. The Bucks play the Wizards in Washington. Milwaukee snapped that 7-game losing streak and now has a chance to catch up against the last place Wizards. The Bucks in 11th place in the Eastern Conference with a record of 9-10. Washington in last place with a record of just 2 wins and 16 losses so far. College volleyball, Wisconsin named the number 3 seed in their region. They'll host Eastern Illinois at the UW Fieldhouse Thursday evening. The Badgers are now reached the NCAA tournament 13 years in a row. NFL, Packers back to work after beating the Lions. They host the Bears Sunday at 3:25. The Bears in first place in the NFC North after beating the Eagles in Philly Friday night.
You got to put the work in. There's no substitute for the work. And thankfully, I'm around a bunch of guys that embrace the challenges and embrace putting in the work. There's no shortcuts in this league, and you just got to keep fighting.
That's Matt LaFleur with Sports on Mike Clemens.
Your neighbors are talking. Leaders are deciding. Madison's story unfolds daily on 92.7 WMDX.
I'm meteorologist Rodney Price. Our latest snow system coming through, bringing us less than an inch of accumulation on top of what we saw over the weekend. Highs in the mid-20s this afternoon. Clouds around. Snow comes to an end tonight. Mostly cloudy and lows near 10 above. It's 24 at our studios.
A fresh perspective on the great outdoors.
Hey, Wisconsin, you're listening to Raised in Wisco. We're now on 25 stations throughout Wisconsin, Michigan, and Minnesota. If you have got a radio or a computer or a cell phone, you can listen to us live Saturdays at 11 o'clock a.m.
Raised in Wisco with Joe Clayfish and Danielle Fairman. Find the podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
Hey, it's John Peterson and Gordy Young. Tuesday morning, Matt Ruff.
There's a man going round taking names, and he decides who to free and who to blame. Everybody won't be treated all the same. There'll be a golden ladder reaching down when the man comes around.
That's right. It's John and Gordy in the afternoon right here on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Mm-hmm. John Peterson, Gordy Young, along with Parker Olson, our producer this afternoon. And we've got cloudy skies in Madison. We had some flurries earlier. It looks like they're still happening out there, making things a little bit slippery around here. And it's pretty chilly out there. But this will warm your heart. It's time once again for us to fire up our grown-up gift list text-to-win contest. Are you ready? Here we go. This is your chance to win $200 from us. Plus, every entry puts you into our 3 grand prize drawings for a brand new snowblower, or maybe you could win a stainless steel cookware set or a portable air conditioner. Now, the keyword this hour is gold. G-O-L-D. Gold. That's the keyword this hour. You have until 4 o'clock this afternoon. By the way, this is a multi-state contest. If I didn't mention that before, I'm telling you now. So just download the Civic Media app. You can do that on the Apple or the Google stores. Find your local station. Use the text button to send us the keyword. Again, the keyword this hour is gold for your chance to win $200. And again, that word is gold. So just get on the Civic Media app. It's free to download, free to use, and use the text button to send that keyword in. You have until 4 o'clock. And when you send that word in, you'll get a response back that gives you other chances to win if you subscribe to the newsletter or get on the Civic Media today or check out one of our podcasts. You get more chances to win. So again, the keyword this hour is gold. G-O-L-D.
All right.
Okay, get on it.
Excellent.
Okay. Go to civicmedia.us for more information, rules and such.
All right.
Over to you, John.
You know,
please.
I'm taking care of the library of volumes and volumes of rules that we have here. So.
It's quite extensive. Right. Glad that you're on that.
Well, thank you. You know, it's a job somebody didn't want to do. So here I am.
Coming up in a half hour, we'll be checking with Steve Cochran. We talked to him earlier today,
Yes.
and we'll play that interview.
Okay, now I just want to warn people, CJ is at the very end of that conversation. But Steve Cochran, our guest,
yes,
said he wanted to talk to him. He wanted to answer his question.
Yes, so we let that happen.
We did it for him.
All right.
Please, will you stop saying he's a moron? All right. Anyway. All right. A top conservative slammed Pentagon Pete's kill everyone orders on the boat attacks.
Oh, man. This has been a big thing the last few days.
It really has. And I have to read this to you because this is it's right on message. Conservative commentator Andrew C. McCarthy wrote in the right-wing magazine National Review.
Sure.
Big magazine.
Big publication.
Says this. If this happened as described in the Post report, it was at best a war crime under federal law. I say at best because, as regular readers know, I believe the attacks on these suspected drug boats without congressional authorization, under circumstances in which the boat operators pose no military threat to the United States, and given that narcotics trafficking is defined in federal law as a crime rather than as terrorist activity, much less an act of war, are lawless, and therefore that the killings are not legitimate under the law or armed conflict.
This is a conservative speaking.
This is a legal mind right here. And he says the penalty for war crimes violation is life imprisonment or death if the criminal act results in death. But Trump is undoubtedly going to pardon any administration official who may actually violate the law.
Well,
and that's probably true.
Could be true, but these preemptive pardons, I don't get that because Trump is violating. I mean, the whole administration is violating. It's not just Hegseth. Everybody that went along with this is violating.
He's actually spreading his immunity to other people.
Yes. So
there you go.
How can that be legal?
Well, thank you, Supreme Court, for doing something like that.
Yes.
It expands his immunity to everybody surrounding him. Not only that, but he's actually, giving amnesty.
But if this is a war crime, doesn't it go higher to like an international court?
Well,
The Hague? I know that sounds far-fetched, but isn't that where we're at?
I would think so, but Hegseth could just stay in this country and bother people here, right?
I guess.
All right. So anyway, another piece of this is Lawrence Tribe. He's a legal scholar known for his studies in United States constitutional law.
He is
he
the
ought
expert.
to know.
He knows everything.
He posted this about not obeying illegal orders. Isn't that right? I mean, all those Democrats came out and said you don't have to obey illegal orders, right?
Yeah.
Well, listen to this. Department of Law, Defense Law of War Manual, Section 18.3.2.1 states the requirement to refuse illegal orders. What's its key example? Wait for it. It's orders to fire upon the shipwrecked.
Aha.
That's what's happening.
Yes.
In the Caribbean.
Right. Those two were hanging onto the boat.
Right.
And they ordered another hit and they died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one of the examples that's given for not obeying illegal orders. That's kind of interesting. And there's just little things like that. They're just out there. All right. So now here's the thing. We've got a problem with Christian nationalism rearing its ugly head. We have Mike Johnson in the House, who is a Christian nationalist beyond all imagination. He's just really something else, right? So he's out there and he's constantly lying. Now, that's one of the 10 commandments they want in the schools, obviously, but he's doing it just so much now. It's just ridiculous. It's like the right arm of Trump here. But anyway, Jen Psaki had a little response to this.
Okay.
And this is the feature. You'll hear Johnson first, and then Jen Psaki will come in and offer the proof to prove that he is lying. So let's listen to 209.
Okay.
My question is, if Republicans and Democrats can agree to a 1-year extension to the ACA subsidies, removing this sort of talking point of illegal immigrants draining our resources as you sit here and lie about this, would you support that bill and bring it to a vote on the House floor? This is a big question that I have for you. Thank you.
Yeah, well, not lying. I'm telling you the truth, and you can go look at all the documents yourself. Don't look at Republican paperwork. Look at the Congressional Budget Office, who said that we had at least 1.4 million illegal aliens draining the resources from Medicaid.
Mike Johnson says he's not lying. It's a real tell there. Says immigrants are draining resources from Medicaid, and you can go, quote, look at the documents yourself. Thank you for that advice. Let's do just that. Here's a study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association just last night. It found that in 2022, care for undocumented immigrants made up only 0.4% of total Medicaid spending, less than 0.5%. That's it. There are the documents. We can send them to your office.
There you go.
Okay.
That's it.
Wow.
And that's all you have to do, really.
Yeah.
And that's what we do here in this program. We always have proof at hand.
Mhm.
And when I have my my AI glasses, I'll have
You'll have it instantly.
I'll have it instantly on
or
my
almost
eye.
instantly.
Yeah.
You think those could be distracting if those kind of messages are popping up in front of your one eye?
It could be.
Your good eye?
My good. Well, I think
I
might-
can't wait to try these out. I mean, I think that would be cool. I think you should let the order come to you and test them out.
All right. Well,
then if you don't like them, you send them back.
Okay, you are the guy who decided for me. All right, I will blame you in case these things don't work out very well. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
How do you know until you try it?
That's what I'm thinking, right?
Okay.
All right. Now, we all know that there's no such thing as an organization called Antifa.
Right. It's mythical.
It doesn't exist. Anti-fascist groups come together to oppose fascist groups.
Mm-hmm.
When that fascist group appears and parades around town or has a demonstration of some sort,
right,
anti-fascists show up to counter that
Right.
protest.
Right.
Okay. So, I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what anti-fascism is. Antifa is just that. It's not organized. Of course, they went to Europe and they said, well, there's people like that. There's anti-fascists over there. So it's a terrorist
International.
organization,
Yeah.
international organization. So anyway, guess what happened here? This is Chris Farrell. He's a veteran. He posted this on Instagram, and this is all about the girlfriend of the founder of Antifa. Okay, let's listen to this.
The girlfriend. Okay.
Today on Things That Never Happened, Kristi Noem says that she arrested the girlfriend of the founder of Antifa. The founder of Antifa.
One of the individuals we arrested recently in Portland was the girlfriend of one of the founders of Antifa, and that we are hoping that as we go after her, interview her, and prosecute her, we will get more and more information about the network and how we can root them out and eliminate them from the existence of American society.
I mean, that's like saying you arrested the founder of sarcasm. Okay, or the roommate of the Tooth Fairy.
Exactly.
Roommate of the Tooth Fairy.
I'm sure this is making CJ and my mega friend in Milwaukee angry. You know, I mean,
Now their hair's
they
on
have all their
fire.
proof.
Okay. Good for them.
Yeah. Well, they torture my life. I'm going to torture them. That's why I do this, you know, just to torture them.
Okay.
And by the way, Trump is the torturer in chief because now he's out there. You know how they always want the Democrats to kind of tone down the rhetoric, right?
Sure. Yeah, they say that a lot.
Well, they're the bigger offenders here, and I'm going to offer a proof because it's the media offender of the week.
Oh boy!
Did you hear about this?
No.
Yeah, at some website, Trump has actually established something called Media Offender of the Week, and they feature the Media Offender of the Week at this website. You can watch it, and this is. I don't know. I don't think it's toning down the rhetoric at all, you know, pointing out who is the big media offender, right?
Oh, let's hear it.
Okay, but so this is cut 206, and it's Jim Acosta. He has an opinion on this, so let's listen to it.
I'm not sure we're gonna have enough time for this one.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Let's do the math.
We got about 8 seconds.
I'm no math major.
No,
Don't quite.
All right. Well, we'll hold on to that.
We'll hold on to that, but it's really interesting to hear how they have gone to this extreme. They own the media. They can start any kind of media site they want. And the site they started, of course, is Media Offender of the Week. And you know
Okay.
how he's criticizing all the female reporters out there, denigrating all reporters. Well, this is, I guess, the focus
More
that he
of that.
wants more of.
Okay. In the meantime, we'll remind you we're in a contest hour, a text to win contest, the grown-up gift list. The hour's keyword is gold. You have until 4 o'clock to text that in. So download the Civic Media app on your local station. Use our text button at the bottom of the screen. Text that word gold for your chance to win that $200 cash prize today and get entered in for the grand prizes. We'll be back with more of John and Gordy in the afternoon after this.
The virgins are all trimming their wick. The whirlwind is in the thorn tree. It's hard for thee to kick against.
More nuance. Allure Intimate Apparel wishes you peace, joy, and comfort this holiday season, along with a heartfelt thank you to the Madison community who helped make their Hilldale debut unforgettable. At Allure, it's not just about what you wear, it's about how you feel. Their caring bra fit specialists are there to help you find that perfect fit. Shop their beautiful selection of cozy robes and pretty soft pajamas. Make this season effortlessly elegant at Allure Intimate Apparel, Hilldale Shopping Center, or visit allurefits.com.
Get ready, Madison. Elsa's Own Jarocho is now open on Plaza Drive. 5-star authentic Mexican cuisine, fresh, homemade, and the best prices in town. See why one review said, best tacos I've ever had in my life. Elsa's Own Jarocho. You won't leave hungry, just happy.
Streaming TV is where it's at. It's not about cutting the cord anymore. It's all about your customized TV options. With the best and cheapest high-speed internet and your own TV subscriptions, we've got your dream TV lineup. Between wired and satellite internet and TV, save money and get more internet speed and better TV today by calling the Whole Home Connect.
800-217-9129. 800-217-9129. 800-217-9129.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the WIAA and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
When severe weather hits and the power goes out, do you have a plan? For reliable power and peace of mind, propane can do that. It only takes about 10 seconds for a propane-powered generator to restore power to your home. So no matter what Mother Nature has in store, you know you're prepared. Learn more at WIPGA.org. This message is sponsored by your local propane provider and the Wisconsin Propane
John and Gordy in the afternoon, right here on Civic Media Radio Network.
Broadcasting from our worldwide headquarters here in Madison, a block off at the Capitol. We've got some light snow flurries this afternoon here and chilly temperatures and a little bit slick out there. So watch out if you're driving around.
Text us or call us, 855-752-4842 or 855-75-CIVIC.
There you go.
Let us know what you think.
Mm-hmm.
I saw this headline, the snow will be drier snow, so blowing and drifting could reduce visibility, the forecaster said. That was in the Capital Times here in Madison. Okay. And I'm thinking, drier snow, huh? Well, maybe then I can actually snow blow.
Got to get the snowblower out again and give it another try.
Like I said this morning, I have waited 3 or 4 or 5 years for dry snow to fall just one time. And I've given up.
Well, one of our callers this morning suggested you just put some WD-40 on those blades and you're good to go.
That's
with
right.
Wet snow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
WD-40 or PAM.
That's right.
That's good
That's
for
right.
frying pans.
And then,
Why
of
not?
course, we had somebody call up and say that a really good snowblower is the Ego snowblower. It uses batteries. It comes with 2 batteries.
Mm-hmm.
800 volts. What do you got here?
We got a phone call from Matt. Matt, go ahead. Good afternoon to you.
Hey, guys. Good afternoon.
Hey.
I have a kind of curious thought. It's these conservatives who will bring up these minor arguments and issues where something quite didn't work 100% right.
That's right.
But they fail to look at the overwhelming evidence and data that shows that Republicans fail time and again to do anything of any good for any common working person since Reagan.
Don't mince words.
Kill people, make your children sick,
Yep.
make you uneducated, make you worthless to any employer,
Yep.
scare away said employer, make that employer pay for health care, which no other country that is intelligent makes them do. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting. They'll just rant and rave about these little teeny details. Meanwhile, they're supporting a Nazi and a pedophile.
Okay.
Have a good day.
All right, Matt.
Matt, thank you. Appreciate
it.
But I think that he's got a really good point here. I mean,
right.
Trickle down is their big plan. And we have seen that it hasn't worked at all.
Never
right?
worked.
Okay. We also know that private health care before the Affordable Care Act,
yeah,
we know that didn't work either,
right,
at all, and that's why we had to put the Affordable Care Act in place. Okay,
Exactly.
So they have a couple of huge failures in policy that I think we should point out from time to time, right? I mean,
it's only fair.
We never really think about pointing out their failures.
Yeah.
Voodoo economics. And that's from George H.W. Bush. He called it voodoo economics.
Yes.
So there's been a lot of criticism about their policies, but for some reason, even though they have failed miserably and made people live poor lives and made people accept the kind of life they have instead of asking for something better from their politicians, people representing them, spending their tax dollars on them so their lives are made easier and more affordable. Instead, we send them off to Congress and they just don't do anything for us. We send them off to the legislature here in Madison. They don't do anything for us because their excuse is they don't want to spend money, which I suppose is a good thing. And they don't want to make government bigger.
Well, and ever since Trump took the spotlight, he has just kept that spotlight. Every single day, there's another huge story.
Yeah.
It's the fire hose of Trump news, and he controls it, and it's out there.
Yeah.
And we can't avoid it, it seems. Try to, but it's another story of the day,
I know.
Again, to distract from the Epstein files. Remember those? Oh, yeah. Those are still out there.
Yeah.
We still haven't seen them all. Yeah.
Well,
anyway,
I know it's very frustrating, but we should
is.
really bring up the failures of the Republicans and what they haven't been able to do or help anybody or pass anything that has actually taken care of any of the social ills of our country or even of our state. We're trying to save a lot of the hospitals and clinics in the rural areas.
Yes.
Well, they'll get saved only because Trump wants to cater to them.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them are in trouble. I mean, a lot of those rural hospitals are, just on the verge of shutting down.
Yeah.
And the clinics. Yeah.
So he's promised some little extra money and
sure
to pay him off, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
Coming up shortly here, we're going to, after we check in with news, we'll be talking to Steve Cochran, replay our interview that we did with him on the Madison station earlier today. He's up on everything that's happening in Chicago as far as ICE and everything else, and talk a little bit about presidential politics and maybe Governor Pritzker throwing his hat in the ring, and some other things are Chicago based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we just saw Mark Kelly making a comment, a statement. He's being threatened now.
He's been targeted.
He and his wife are both being threatened and targeted.
Yeah, because of his speaking out about that the military doesn't really have to take unlawful orders from the president or higher ups.
The president of the United States says they should be hanged.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's not tough rhetoric at all, is it? But anyway, now he's out there trying to tell people that this is a really dangerous move by the president of our own country.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll keep following that story. And coming up, we'll talk to Steve Cochran. We want to remind you again, we're in a contest hour for our grown-up gift list text to win multi-state contest. Your chance to win $200. Got to get that keyword into us in the next half hour before 4 o'clock.
Yep.
That keyword is GOLD, GOLD. That puts you in the running for $200 that we'll be giving away a little bit later on. Also, you're in for the grand prize drawings. New snowblower, stainless steel cookware, or portable air conditioner. Again, that word is GOLD. Use the Civic Media app and get that text into us. Back with more of John and Gordy after this.
On Street MD, yeah. Once you get a whiff of it.
Can help. Choosing the right coverage for your goals can help maximize margins, strengthen your marketing strategy, and build a more resilient operation overall. As you plan for the season ahead, focus on more than just managing risk. Call 800-450-9858 to speak with one of our dedicated crop insurance officers. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Hello, Farm First Dairy Cooperative members. Jeff Ditzenberger here, the Communications Director at Farm First. And one of the most important aspects of being a Farm First member is to make the policy that keeps your dairy business viable. You are cordially invited to attend one of our 2025 district meetings and luncheons. Join us to learn what your cooperative has accomplished and to discuss policy and elect delegates to represent you. To find out more information and how to register, please go to our website at farmfirstdairycooperative.com. We'll see you soon.
Welcome back. I'm Ben Jarbo with the Midwest Farm Report. Now let's see how the markets closed on this Monday. It's mostly downwards at the end of the day, with cash corn down 2 3/4 at $4.45 and new crop corn down 1 1/4 at $4.67. Cash soybeans are down 9 3/4 at $11.28, with new crop soybeans down 3 1/2 at $11.25. March wheat is down 3 1/2 at $5.35. With July 2026 wheat down 3 1/4 at $5.51 3/4. Class 3 milk contracts for January are up 8 cents at $15.26 a hundredweight, and February contracts are up 6 cents at $15.42 a hundredweight. 40-pound blocks of cheese closed down 2 3/4 at $1.44 1/4, and butter closed down 1/2 at $1.44 1/2. For the Midwest Farm Report, I'm Ben Jarbo.
From the capital to your kitchen table, Madison's biggest stories live right here on 92.7 WMDX.
I'm meteorologist Rodney Price. Our latest snow system coming through, bringing us less than an inch of accumulation on top of what we saw over the weekend. Highs in the mid-20s this afternoon, clouds around. Snow comes to an end tonight, mostly cloudy, and lows near 10 above. It's 24 at our studios.
Reading aloud to children sharpens their listening skills, expands their vocabularies, and nurtures a lifelong love of reading. That's why Reading is Fundamental, the nation's leading children's literacy nonprofit, offers free monthly read-alouds by popular authors through its Rally to Read program. Visit rallytoread.org to watch the read-alouds and discover exciting reading activities for school and home. Visit rallytoread.org today.
The John and Gordy Show.
We're talking with Mike McCabe.
We have this whole thing where people's jobs are being replaced with AI and robots.
Yeah. We have to make sure that just all of the proceeds, the savings that are achieved by replacing people with machines just don't go into the pockets of the billionaires. You've got to have a society where the benefits of technological advancements are widely shared.
Weekday mornings 6 till 8 on 92.7 WMDX and the Civic Media app.
Hey, it's John Peterson. We are back. It's John and Gordy in the afternoon. And earlier this morning, John, we talked to our friend Steve Cochran, who's a Chicago radio personality.
That's right.
Are we back on here, Parker? Okay. All right. Just checking. And we were talking to him about our Text to Win contest. In fact, here's what he had to say about that, and you'll enjoy this conversation with Steve Cochran. Here we go.
I'll tell you guys a quick contest story. I was on here in Baltimore in the 80s, and we had a big car giveaway. And the car giveaway was with the license plate game. So these interns are supposed to get out and just cull tons and tons of actual license plates. And they bring back a list. And the way the contest works is, spoiler alert, the way the contest works is you have a very small chance of winning early. Yeah. You don't necessarily put the winning license plate in early. And then you build towards the end, and then the chances get higher and higher. Well, somebody gave me the wrong list, and we gave the car away to the first hour of the contest.
Wow.
Wow.
The first hour of the contest. Yeah, they were pretty happy. Oh, God, management loved me.
Yeah. How long did you work in Baltimore then, Steve?
I was only there a couple of years. I was in St. Louis a couple of years. Chicago's mostly been victimized by me. You know, I've been here mostly since '94. I was in New York for 6 months. It's like a witness protection program career.
Well, we know what that's like. Yeah,
it is. Radio is just like that, by the way. It sounds like the theme song to WKRP, up and down the dial.
That's
Yeah.
So since we talked to you last, you got another new knee, I understand, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm out because, I had the first one done in 2021. And then they just did the left knee 2 weeks ago.
Well, you don't have any more left. You're done.
Today's the 2-week anniversary,
Yeah.
and I spent a little extra on this one. I got Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. I got a backup camera, so I won't run into anything.
I want one of those. I'm a high-tech guy here.
Now, how does that work when you go through metal detector systems? I mean,
you sound off when you get to the airport. You get out of the car, the alarms start going. It's funny you say that because we were in Florida a few days before the surgery, and I actually had a moment with a TSA agent. God bless those folks. I mean, working without pay and all the nonsense that they've been through. But pardon the cough, goes with the new knee.
Yeah,
but I set off the alarm, and the guy said, "Well, you said something that I haven't heard in a long time." He showed me the screen. Pardon me again. He showed me the screen, and he said, "You have a hot spot in your crotch."
What? Really?
Wow.
Yeah, and there's like a glowing area in that crotchal area. I don't want to get too bogged down in medical terms. But yeah, and he goes, we've got to figure out what that is. And I said, well, good luck to you. And we figured out it was not so hot after all. But
okay. All right. So they didn't have to do a body search then.
Oh yeah, no, full feel up.
Oh,
absolutely.
Oh,
yeah. Oh yeah. I felt like he was checking for change there after a while. And of course, the sad thing is he hasn't called since then.
Well, there's always hope.
Got to keep your options open.
Well, the dating scene is pretty tough these days.
Right.
Really is.
So, what's on your mind as far as what's the latest on ICE in Chicago? Because there have been so many other headlines with everything else going on in the world. We kind of forget they're still in Chicago, right?
A lot of other brutal apprehensions.
It's funny. Yeah, they took a picture at the Bean and they sort of left town.
Really?
It's like if all you guys wanted was tourist stuff, we could have taken you around and shown you everything.
Really?
Walking tour of Wrigley and Soldier Field.
They were
it's
done.
very strange. The two things that are really hard to explain is what is the actual mission, purpose, or sense coming from Washington of any kind, and the Chicago Bears being in first place. Those are the two things we don't understand.
I don't get it either. We'll find out Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be
Bears
the Packers and the Bears.
Great season.
I don't like this 2 games in 3 weeks thing. I always like the end of year Packers-Bears game.
Yeah.
I mean, this one kind of slipped past the goalie. I didn't even see it coming. Do you guys remember when it wasn't a late season Packers-Bears game?
No.
I don't remember. No.
It's always been near the end of the year. Yeah. But, but here's the thing. We have that tie. The Green Bay Packers have that damn tie. Why they have a tie score in the football league, I don't understand that at all.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's like, okay, let's do a 10-minute overtime because we all got to get to dinner.
Yeah,
right.
It's ridiculous.
Because I think you got 20 to 30, maybe 35-year-old athletes, except for Aaron Rodgers. What's Aaron now? 70, 75?
I think about 80.
It's getting
80.
up there.
Yeah. And they can certainly play longer than 10 extra minutes. And you play till you win.
Right.
We don't need any ties. Forget about the ties.
Sudden death, huh?
Why not?
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that kind of blows my mind. Anyway, it should be a really good game. I'm kind of cheering on the Packers, obviously, but the Bears doing well. I think that's pretty cool. It's been a long time.
Yeah,
it's weird for us. It's very strange.
Yeah,
it's almost like you've been cheated on by your wife or girlfriend, and you want to trust again, but you just don't know if you can.
Yeah. Good comparison.
I like that.
All right. So, it's everything is toned down for ICE in Chicago then. They've kind of left town.
Thing, I'll be honest with you. Major political thing here is Governor Pritzker claiming he's not sure he's going to run for president.
Of course he's going to run.
Yeah.
I think my old friend Rahm Emanuel, who was the last great mayor of Chicago, though the two that have followed have not exactly been tough competition.
Yeah.
But Rahm Emanuel would like very much to run. I don't know if there's a lane there if Pritzker runs because he has all the money. And Pritzker could be a decent candidate. One of the reasons we know he is serious is, and I'm not being a wise guy here, he's lost about 40 pounds.
Oh.
Which in the governor's case, we call that a good start.
Yeah.
Because you got to be in better shape, not just to handle a campaign, but to not have people go, well, I can't vote for him. He'll explode.
Yeah.
But he's been a good governor. He stood up to Orange Julius Caesar. He's been strong.
Yeah.
And I think if he does get running and if he's serious about it and jumps in, if people respond, I think it'll be good. But I know what kind of a leader Rahm Emanuel is. He was a regular on the radio with me for years. And he would be a very formidable candidate with his experience. He at one point said to me, he goes, "People don't like me." I go, "Well, there's a reason. You're a giant pain in the behind. Of course they don't like you."
Yeah, they don't like Rahm, but I'd like to see Pritzker in there. I would. Having a billionaire running for president who can identify with the common people in this country, right?
Right. Well, let's be honest. In general, it's tough to be an old white guy right now. And he's an old white guy as well.
Yeah.
I would love to see any woman from here to eternity finally make the White House. We're the last planet.
I agree.
We're the last place in the world. I mean, who doesn't listen to their mom? Who doesn't listen to their aunt or their grandmother or whatever? Why? Because they're better than us. They're smarter than us. And yet we don't elect them. It's idiotic.
I know. And I wish Kamala would, be a little more vocal about the issues going on today, because I don't want her just to hop in later on. That's not good enough. Nowadays, you have to run 4 years and start now. She's got to start now and get out there.
100%. And the Democrats need to get together in a room and go, we should pick 2 people, 2 or 3 people, and let's get behind them now, because the idea that the rest of the country believes the Democrats are, a legitimate second choice. The Democrats right now are in the same position. They're not Trump.
Yeah.
And that, by the way, is a good seat to be in, but it's not enough. So there needs to be a singular voice that says, this is what we can do. This is what we want to do. And to be a little less preachy about it. And what the Democratic Party used to attract, which is the rest of the country.
Yes.
Everything is flipped, but we can't have any more of this. I mean, Trump needs to go back to whatever planet he's from as soon as possible.
Talking with Steve Cochran from Chicago. He's a podcaster and radio personality. And Steve, what do you think about some of the other names?
Forgot about swimsuit model.
Swimsuit model, yes, your spare time. Yeah. Now, what do you think about?
You're pushing that now, aren't you?
Well, why not?
I got a new knee.
That's right.
What can I do?
Take a look at me.
What do you think about some of the other Democrats that seem to be out there, like Gavin Newsom or Andy Beshear from Kentucky?
I think Beshear is very impressive.
I do too.
Being a red state like that and to have the impact that he's had, I think he's a guy that should definitely be watched. I'm not so sure about Shapiro in Pennsylvania.
Right.
But yeah, I think Beshear for sure. And I like Gavin Newsom. It's tough to get elected out of California.
I have to say that the headline that I saw was very interesting. It's Kamala and Pete Buttigieg. Now that you're taking a real big chance there with a ticket like that. All right, now let's get into another hot topic around the area. It is those AI data centers going in all over the place, and the big story now is that they're signing non-disclosure agreements.
So the public can't find out.
The public can't find out. Yeah, no matter what they negotiate with the local officials, they can't tell you what they're doing at the data centers.
Yeah.
Well, and don't you always find that the more secrecy you have, the more people trust? Right? That's when people really get behind your idea. We can't tell you what we're doing. Yeah, those data centers, we've got one not far from where I live in the western suburbs of Chicago. And the main threat, and I mean threat in quotes because I don't believe it to be a threat, is the amount of power it takes to generate AI. And power means you've got to have a lot of electricity, and electricity means rates could fluctuate, but it also could have an impact on the environment because of what it takes to generate electricity. Look, if you're going to believe in AI and it's not going anywhere, there is a price to pay for progress. But you should absolutely stay on top of your elected folks, your mayors, your city council people, and go, what the hell is going on down the street, Bob?
Yeah.
And go to those meetings and ask your questions because, yeah, we all deserve answers.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Should be open to the public as far as everything that goes into building these things.
I know we've had a lot of stories, like from the south of Louisiana. I believe there's a data center that's going in, and it's very dangerous to be even around the data center as they're building it because a lot of the truck accidents, car accidents, because of the large trucks moving in and out. Even the kids can't even go out onto the playground anymore because a truck had driven onto the playground accidentally. So the kids can't play at recess anymore. Yeah.
Not quite sure how that accident happens. We're going to need some paperwork on that.
Well, this is Meta going in there and putting in their data center, AI data center. So. Yeah.
And don't you think Facebook has just improved everything? Hasn't it just been terrific?
I know. See,
it's working really well.
I would give in to them easily.
Okay.
I remember the Social Network movie. I remember walking out of that movie being really angry because even though I thought it was a terrific movie, and I salute anybody who's successful with an idea, that entire premise of Facebook was nerds wanting to meet girls.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. That's why Facebook exists. That's the whole story.
Yeah.
And it's turned into what it's turned into. But I'll never buy into the fact that the social media geniuses who have put all these things together can't control their own networks and shouldn't be regulated. Of course they should.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing, too, that they have acquiesced to what Trump wants in regards to content, but they're banning actual content that is against the Trump administration idea of what should be free speech.
And
All
that was our conversation with Steve Cochran from Chicago.
A lot of fun talking to him.
Yeah. And we check in with him about once a month. Yep. See what's going on in Chi-Town. We're going to be back with more of John and Gordy in the afternoon on the Civic Media Radio Network after this.
Well, all night long we're gonna have your chance. So don't say that won't just twiddle your thumbs. You can't resist the sound of the driving drums. Dance, dance, dance when you hear that beat.
From the Midwest Farm Report throughout your day on 92.7 WMDX.
My perfect day has sand, salt, water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
I'm hungry. What's cooking?
Oh, no, not me. It's your turn.
Oh, we're back to taking turns?
Yes.
Well, how about Sugar River Pizza?
Oh, yeah. Now they can cook.
I could really go for some of that 12-hour smoked pulled pork.
Ooh, and some pasta. Okay, now I'm hungry. Sugar River, here we come.
And they have that great kids menu, too.
We don't have any kids.
Right. That's beside the point. The point is, I'm hungry. You're hungry.
Let's go.
Yes. And we should talk about having some kids.
Get in the car, Bob. Sugar River, Sun Prairie, Verona, New Glarus, and catering.
You're listening to the American Democracy Minute, keeping your government buy-in for the people. North Carolina's mid-decade gerrymandering appears to have prevailed against pro-voter court challenges, and party allegiance has apparently prevailed in the Indiana Senate, which may gerrymander its congressional map after all. First to North Carolina, where a 3-judge panel denied a stay of the North Carolina legislature's new congressional map, which diluted the racial makeup of the heavily black 1st Congressional District. The judges found that while pro-voter and civil rights groups, quote, have shown a disparate impact on black voters, they have not demonstrated that this effect likely reflects discriminatory intent, unquote. It's likely to be appealed, but last year's U.S. Supreme Court case from South Carolina raised the bar for proving such racial discrimination. In Indiana, we previously reported that an effort to split liberal-leaning districts for Gary and Indianapolis had stalled in the Indiana Senate, which refused to schedule a special session. The move unleashed a tirade from President Trump, who called for those blocking the gerrymandering to be primaried. Bomb and death threats to the GOP legislators followed. November 25th, Indiana House Speaker Todd Huston announced the Assembly would be in session on December 1st. The Senate will follow December 8th. U.S. House Speaker Mike Johnson met with Indiana GOP leaders on Saturday.
Going to a mountain, that's a mountain of fun. So let's go, winter, go. Temperature it's 90, but the snow never melts. The girls in their bikinis are something else. So let's go,
Winter, go.
Yeah, John and Gordy in the afternoon.
It's looking like winter out there today, at least in Madison.
A little snow falling down.
Yeah. It's been flurrying all afternoon. Hey, want to remind you, just a few more minutes left in this contest hour of the Text to Win contest. It's our grown-up gift list Text to Win multi-state contest. And the keyword, you have until 4 o'clock to get this keyword to us by the Civic Media app. It is gold, G-O-L-D, okay? Gold. And we'll have other keywords in the 5 o'clock hour and the 7 o'clock hour with Pete Schwaba later on this evening, so tune in for those keywords. Every chance to win gives you also a chance to win the grand prize drawing at the end of the contest. Either a stainless steel cookware set, a portable air conditioner, or a brand new snowblower. But again, every day we're giving a chance to win $200, and get that keyword into us before 4 o'clock. It's gold this time around. Okay?
All right. One of the big stories about Black Friday and over the weekend, a lot of people shopping.
Yeah.
They're using AI to shop now. 42% of the shoppers out there say they used AI to find something for a loved one. Isn't that crazy?
I see more and more people shopping with their phones when they're in the retail stores.
Yeah.
They have them. They scan the item and see if it's the best deal possible, or if they can get something
might be it.
cheaper somewhere else. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go to the phones right now. We've got Ron. Ron, what do you got for us?
Good afternoon.
Hi. Well, hey, first of all, same weather over here in Milwaukee right now.
Yeah.
Flurries. You guys are having in Madison. The first time I have the pleasure of listening to Steve, and my first comment is, damn, his laconic style of humor sounds a lot like Bob Uecker. I think maybe the Brewers missed the bet in not hiring him to announce the games.
Yeah.
But my other comment was when he was talking about his knee replacements, and he said, well, he doesn't think he had any more legs left in case there was no more opportunity. I beg to differ, because I had a double knee replacement about 20 years ago.
Wow.
Okay.
And it went well. And I asked the doctor, well, how long do these things last? And he said, number one, he said, well, it should last your lifetime. And I said, well, what do you just put a number on that for me. He said, well, about 30 years.
Ah.
And I'm not, so I've been counting 30 years off ever since then. I'm down to a few years. And one of the knees is beginning to act up.
Oh, no.
So I checked and said, what happens if this replacement fails? And they said, well, we would replace it. Assuming you want us to.
Assuming you want us to.
Well, isn't the technology a whole lot better now, Ron? Right?
Well, I think so. I have no real complaints about the knees, except I probably have abused them doing things. He said, no basketball, no tennis, all that kind of stuff. Well, of course, I went right out and did some of that stuff. And,
sure.
I could have wrecked the knee like a week after I came home or something from therapy. But no, I think they're great, and I think they're going to get better. But I don't think you're going to ever need three.
No. Okay.
Well, yeah. We'll pass that along to Steve Cochran next time we talk to him. But so you're okay with them? They're not giving you any problems.
You can do normal things now. I mean, it's been a long time since you've had them. You can do everything that you used to do.
Well, the doctor said don't do twisting motion because the knee.
The
knee materials do not allow, like tennis, twisting. Basketball moves. But generally, I can do just about anything with them. But the real benefit they didn't tell me about was that over the years, these are arthritic knees, and they started bow-legging on me. Plus, I was naturally a little bit bow-legged, so I was walking around like John Wayne. And my wife, everybody mentioned it to me before the operation. And after the operation, surprisingly, when they measured me, I had gained a quarter inch or a half inch. I can't remember because they had straightened the knees out. Yeah, that's a benefit.
That is a big benefit. Yes, you got taller.
Good deal.
I got taller. Now I'm shrinking again without the benefit.
Yeah, that's true. Age makes you shrink.
Okay.
All right, Ron. Hey, thanks for the call and the update on your knee problem.
Very good.
I appreciate it.
All right.
855-752-4842. That's 855-75-CIVIC if you want to chime in. It's a good time. Coming up tomorrow on our afternoon show, we're going to talk about food prices, John, grocery prices.
Oh.
Yeah. They're kind of inching up a little bit, continuing to do that in some cases.
Kind of, huh?
We're going to talk to Jeff Haberchef about that and the supply chain problems.
All right.
And also Justin Sizemore will join us talking about risk and insurance, maybe health insurance too. So we'll get into all of that tomorrow afternoon.
Well, it sounds exciting. You know what? I will be here for that.
Well, that's part of the deal is to be here.
I know.
While the show is on the air, 2 to 5. Okay. Yeah.
Well, that was kind of fun listening back to the interview that we did this morning.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I enjoyed that.
Well, Steve Cochran's been around for a long time in Chicago radio, and
give us a little background.
He has his own podcast, and you can check out his Substack. He's got a Substack article. Just go to Steve Cochran.
All right,
you can find that. You can Google that. Right.
Hey, next hour we're going to feature. You know what we're going to feature?
Idiocracy, right?
That's right.
Yes.
Idiocracy is
going
back.
to be the afternoon edition.
That's right. Yes.
Of Idiocracy.
Got story after story after story that we've been collecting here, and we're going to feature them in Idiocracy.
Okay. That's coming up. And also, we'll tell you that the Godfather of Green Bay showing is this coming Thursday. If you're in the Madison area, of course, our friend Pete Schwaba, who does Nightlight, will be part of that presentation of the Godfather of Green Bay. It happens at the Atwood Music Hall here in Madison, Thursday, December 4th. This coming Thursday, 7 p.m. It's sponsored by our friends at Downdren's Distilling. And a portion of the proceeds, it's a $10 ticket. Portion of that goes to the Dane County Humane Society. So they'll be on hand. And it's the 20th anniversary of Godfather of Green Bay with our friend Pete Schwaba. And we'll tell you more about that as we get closer to that showing. So we hope you'll join us. Back with more of John and Gordy in the afternoon after this.
Day for saying it's a lovely day, except it's a
real news and great conversation. A Civic Media station. WMDXradio.com.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. The Supreme Court hearing arguments today on a case involving illegal streaming. Cox Communications appealing the lower court's decision after a jury decided the broadband provider should face a $1 billion penalty to Sony Music Entertainment and other media companies that sued over distribution and pirated content. Here's ABC's Devin Dwyer.
Every day, billions of people illegally stream or download copyrighted material like music, movies, or TV shows. The key question before the Supreme Court is, are internet companies complicit in those copyright infringements simply by giving online pirates access to the web?
President Trump has commuted the prison sentence of former investment manager and GBB Capital co-founder David Gentili, who was convicted of defrauding investors of more than $1 billion. It's the latest in a series of clemency actions that the president has taken in white-collar criminal cases. And a wintry mix of snow, wind, and rain pushing east after dumping heavy snow in the Midwest and Great Lake region. This is ABC News.
Local news, real voices, and conversations that count. That's Madison. And that's 92.7 WMDX.
For 92.7 WMDX News, I'm Savannah Tomei Olson. Almost a foot. That's how much snow we got here in Madison over the weekend. The Dane County Regional Airport is our official sample site, and the National Weather Service registered 11.7 inches there. We got most of that on Saturday, over 9 inches, making it the most snow to fall on a single November day in recorded Madison history. Crews from the Streets Division had hoped to have all their plowing done by 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon, but they didn't hit that goal. The snow was so deep that it slowed them down. But they were out all day yesterday to get it done. Now their work continues. They've got more to do today to clear it all. And city officials declared a snow emergency, so alternate side parking rules were in effect downtown. And staff say they towed many vehicles after drivers didn't follow the rules. That snow emergency has since expired. The deadline to get your sidewalks clear in front of your home or business is noon today. Sorry to say if you didn't get your leaves out to the curb before the snow fell, because they're kind of out of luck now. The city has suspended all leaf collection until the spring. Although it's not like you can rake leaves anyway under all this snow. That may not be a bad thing either. Leaves and other yard trimmings account for roughly 12% of the waste generated in American municipalities, according to the EPA. Environmental groups encourage people to leave the leaves. Kristen Heberlig from the Chesapeake Bay Foundation.
The leaves offer habitat for certain pollinator species. Lots of little bugs will lay their eggs or they'll burrow under them and winter over. And they also can provide food for certain critters.
Keeping leaves on the ground can help the soil retain moisture now that there's snow over it. But if you really want to get them off your lawn, you can take them to one of the city's 2 drop-off sites. There's South Point Road near Middleton and Sycamore Avenue on the east side. I'm Savannah Tomei Olson, 92.7 WMDX News.
It's the Bucks and the Wizards. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with Sports NBA. The Bucks on the road tonight against the Wizards at the Capital One Arena in downtown Washington. The Bucks have Giannis and Kevin Porter Jr. back from injuries, able to end that 7-game losing streak over the weekend. College football. Wisconsin lost at Minnesota 17-7. So after finishing 4-8, where's the Badgers program headed? Luke Fickell.
It is what it is right now, so we know more than anything that we have to grow, we have to move forward, we have to build on the positive things that we do have, and that's the only thing we can do. Whether we create our own momentum and energy, and that's where we've got to make sure that that isn't lost.
NFL, the Packers host the Bears Sunday at Lambeau Field. The Bears have won 5 in a row and are in first place after beating the Eagles.
In the NFC North, it's a tight race. There's a lot of good football teams in our division, so we got to come out here and handle business.
That's Packers quarterback Jordan Love with Sports. I'm Mike Clemens.
Parallel parking in Madison? Impossible. Finding real conversation on the radio? Probable. With 92.7 WMDX.
I'm meteorologist Rodney Price. Our latest snow system coming through, bringing us less than an inch of accumulation on top of what we saw over the weekend. Highs in the mid-20s this afternoon. Clouds around. Snow comes to an end tonight. Mostly cloudy and lows near 10 above. It's 24 at our studios.
Where working people come to talk. It's the Rick Smith Show, weeknights at 9 on the Civic Media Radio Network. Join me for an honest approach to the issues American working families care about. No talking points, no focus groups. Get ready for a heavy dose of democracy, fairness, grit, and no apologies. It's current affairs from a working class labor perspective. Facts are center, science is real, and everyone gets a seat at the table. The Rick Smith Show, weeknights at 9 on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Pete Schwaba.
If you've seen The Godfather of Green Bay, you'll know just how damn funny this guy is. Mr. Tom Lennon.
It gets brisk up in Marinette, guys. That's kind of great. Prince stayed in Minneapolis his whole career because he was like, look, it keeps some of the kooks away if you just go where it's cold.
Do you see a lot of similarities between me and Prince?
I do, as a matter of fact. The germaphobe stuff, the high heels, never stop talking about Jehovah's Witnesses. You and Prince are peas in a pod.
Nightlight with Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 5 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Hey, it's John Peterson and Gordy Young. Tuesday morning, Matt Ruff.
As the 21st century began, human evolution was at a turning point, a dumbing down, until humanity was incapable of solving even its most basic problems.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this.
We can duck and cover. There's a fallout shelter right there.
There's no way to survive this, you idiot!
Idiocracy.
For the smartest guy in the world, you're pretty dumb sometimes.
Exposed to it constantly. This is Idiocracy. We've got story after story after story of Idiocracy.
That's it. It's John and Gordy here. You can call us too, 855-752-4842. That's 855-75-CIVIC. What do we have in the Idiocracy file today, John?
Well, threats are going around.
Threats.
This administration doesn't know how to tone it down, the rhetoric, right? Oh. You're threatening people constantly. Let's hang people. Let's kill them.
Yeah.
Let's get
Execute
rid of
them.
it. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So now we have a Republican who is also being threatened.
Oh, is that
and
so?
his staff is being threatened.
No kidding.
It's Thomas Massey and his staff.
Yeah. Okay.
Now get this. A member of the FBI threatened his staff. so it's getting pretty serious. A lot of threats are actually coming from within.
So somebody from the FBI threatened somebody on Tom and Massey's
why don't we listen
staff?
to it? Let's listen to code 196.
Okay.
196.
All right. Here we go.
Also, I'm going to say this here on camera because it's important. One of Kash Patel's staff threatened my staff with a criminal investigation if we didn't straighten up and play ball.
Wow.
I was going to ask you about that, but since you brought it up, and I didn't,
I'm bringing it up.
Okay, you brought it up.
And so, like a criminal investigation having nothing to do, he said it was going to be a fraud. We're going to investigate one of your staff for fraud. Right. And he told another one of my staff this: if you guys don't straighten up, if you want to play hardball, if this is how you want to play it or something like that, this member of your staff is going to get criminally investigated for fraud. A very specific threat.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. The threats are coming from within the administration now.
And Thomas Massey, now let's see, he was involved. He's the congressman that teamed up. Now I'm trying to figure this out.
Yeah.
Who he was with to investigate some other threats,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Of the 6 Democrats, I think.
I'm not sure.
It could be.
Not quite sure of that story, but again,
let me just research this a little bit. But
yeah. See, now if I had my
your
glasses,
we would
I would know immediately what this whole thing was about, every story. But here, let's get on to Pam Bondi, who I think is one of the most unusual characters in the administration. Boy, this is like a Beverly Hillbillies episode, just one crazy person after the next, unqualified to be in the position they're in this country. But anyway, Pam Bondi wants National Guard in every city, wants them in all of them. Let's listen to this cut.
Working hand in hand with Secretary Noem, Homeland Security. Director Patel has already arrested 500 suspected terrorists since January 20th. We're working hand in hand with Pete Hegseth. And yes, we are bringing in our National Guard to every city we possibly can. Who needs our help? And that's a lot of them. We're tied up, as you know, in a lot of court hearings right now. These young men and women in the Guard, they want to help our country. They want to be here. They are patriots, yet they will not be attacked by a radical Islamic terrorist who screams by reports, Ali Akbar, before shooting 2 of our Guard members and almost killing more.
Yeah, can you?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Let me backtrack for a second.
All right.
Thomas Massey was teaming up to release the Epstein files. He
That's
was a
right.
Republican that teamed up with other Republicans and Democrats to push for the release of the
Marjorie
Epstein
Taylor
files.
Greene.
Exactly.
Yep.
So there you go. Okay.
But
back to you, John.
It's nice to know that Pam Bondi wants the National Guard in every city in this country.
Well, great. That's
Sweet,
just
huh?
what we need.
And we're talking about Senator Mark Kelly being threatened now, and his wife being threatened as well.
Right.
Like they need that, right? This is Dana Bash with Mark Kelly, and it was an interesting interview. Let's check this out. This is cut 200.
Okay.
200.
In my case, Secretary Hegseth said, prosecute him under the Uniform Code of Military Justice for, by the way, reciting the Uniform Code of Military Justice. It's obviously ridiculous, but this is an attempt to silence me, to get me to not hold this administration accountable. We have a president who doesn't understand the Constitution, who installed an unqualified Secretary of Defense. I cannot think of a Secretary of Defense in the history of our country that is less qualified than Pete Hegseth. He should not be in this position. He should have been fired after Signalgate, and now he should be fired again for this, if this is accurate. So he's not going to get me to back down. But what he is doing is sending a very chilling message across our entire nation, not only in the military, but the civilian workforce. Who's going to speak up and say anything if they see something that's unlawful or see something waste, fraud, and abuse? Why would anyone speak out if they can go and try to prosecute a U.S. senator?
Is it happening?
I was notified about this through a tweet, the same tweet that you saw. And that demonstrates how unserious this administration is. They care more about the publicity about this than the process or the law. I haven't been notified by the Navy. The thing we received from the FBI is more intimidation.
What did it say?
Well, it just said there was no point of contact. It had something about coming in for an interview. And the question here should be, why did the FBI decide to do this? Or do you think maybe the president told the FBI director to go after these 6 members of Congress?
I'm beginning to think the last option.
Yeah, that last one
is possible.
We'll choose that
Yeah.
one.
Trump is going after everybody.
Yeah.
Including Mark Kelly, astronaut.
Right. Yeah.
Would anybody go after
Hero.
an astronaut? Seriously.
Yeah. Trump will go after anybody.
Yeah.
Opposes him.
All right. Now let's get to something about housing. You know, we've seen prices go up for rent all over the country.
It's a real problem.
Yeah. A lot of companies are going into these areas. They're buying up all these rental properties and then raising the rent.
Yep.
Now, David Sirota, he's at the Lever. You might want to check that out online, the Lever. It's all over the story. This is what he wrote. There's this annoying assumption that while oligarchy may explain many bad trends in our society, it somehow has nothing to do with the housing crisis. Well, the oligarchs are raising rents everywhere. And I found this interesting story from 60 Minutes from a while back, but it explains everything. This is cut 193. Let's listen to it.
An incredible amount of demand for what we do. So, Leslie, in any given week, we might have 200 or 300 homes available
for renting.
And we get about 10,000 leasing inquiries a week.
Tricon is trying to buy 800 houses a month. And there are companies even bigger. Invitation Homes owns more than 80,000 rental houses. American Homes for Rent, close to 60,000. Some of the all-stars of finance, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Blackstone, have put hundreds of millions of dollars into these companies. They all offer rental homes online and all focus on the Sun Belt.
Our largest portfolio would be in Atlanta, in Charlotte, in Phoenix, in Tampa.
And those are the cities that young millennials are flocking to?
This is where Americans want to be. Taxes are lower. It's a friendlier business environment. It's better weather. And the pandemic unleashed powerful nesting trends.
Powerful nesting trends.
When we survey our residents, why did they move to be with us?
Yeah.
The number one reason is they want more space.
Big investment companies like yours are being blamed for this huge increase in rents across the country. And you can set the rent any way you want, really, given the demand you're talking about.
First, corporate landlords represent 2% of all single-family rental housing. There's a lot more going on than just corporate landlords bidding up homes. It's a very competitive and difficult environment.
It's true that big investors don't own nearly as many houses as mom and pop landlords. But big firms like Tricon do play a larger and growing role in the Sunbelt cities where they're active.
Now, just after that interview, this guy, he heads up Tricon. They sold Tricon to Blackstone.
Okay.
One of the other big purchasers of houses and apartment buildings. So
they just keep gobbling them up.
They do. They gobble each other up now.
Yeah. And then just keep jacking the prices up.
That's right.
And boy, it's hard to find affordable housing, whether you're renting or buying or, whatever.
Yeah. The thing is, if he just has 1% of all the housing, that's now. They're buying up places left and right. Blackstone now owns them. You can imagine how this is just going to grow and grow and grow, and it'll become almost impossible to afford a home.
Right.
And renting a home. That's just ridiculous. What we're trying to do is get people to have mortgages, to move into their housing, to have something at stake. That's what's good about actually home ownership, is to put people in homes that will take care of them. Rental properties don't necessarily have that advantage. So it's better to have people own homes for a low price. And I don't know why we can't get this straight. So many cities are trying to get this going. They're making homes smaller.
Right.
They're allowing at least double homes on a lot now, which is kind of a cool thing. So we'll see what happens. But I hope these companies stop buying each other up and buying all of these homes. They're buying actual developments now.
Yeah.
Housing developments.
Unbelievable.
Before they even build the homes.
And here in Dane County, it's a big problem. Where we're broadcasting from in Dane County and Madison. Prices are skyrocketing, and they're trying to catch up to the demand by building more apartment buildings. But the prices are just really high.
I know. You probably may have seen a few stories about how people are not selling their homes now. They're taking them off the market, or the prices are coming down dramatically. And I'm thinking, and I was in real estate for about 15 years.
Yeah.
It's actually the time of the year that we do this. At
the end of the year.
If your home hasn't sold over the summer and fall, then we take it off the market, put it on hold till spring.
Yeah.
And prices come down. If you really definitely have to try and sell a house, then the price does decrease. But I mean, this is a normal function around winter time anyway, and people aren't really shopping to move everything they have in the middle of a snowstorm, right?
Yeah, not a fun thing.
Which, by the way, is what I did.
Is that really?
When I bought the house, yeah.
Well, that was a long time ago.
Oh, it was.
How long have you been in that house?
Since 96.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. You must like it.
Well,
you keep improving it.
Well,
that's great.
Yeah, we keep improving it, and our neighbors keep changing.
You've been in that neighborhood longer than anybody.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, everybody's new.
They all know you, though. They see you.
It's funny, I was shoveling yesterday, and my new neighbor walked over and said, "Hi."
Oh,
hi, your new neighbor.
They introduced
okay,
themselves to you?
yes,
Wow.
yes.
That's great.
Yeah, I know. It's very unusual.
Did you shovel his
She'll
walk?
regret that.
Shovel their walk for him,
Yeah.
too?
I thought maybe she'd say, could you snow blow
okay. All right. We will continue with John and Gordy in the afternoon in just a moment. Stay right where you're at.
That's just the way it is.
Conversations are free range and organic.
The holidays are here, and it's time to pick a present from Civic Media's grown-up gift list with this local station. Listen while you work for the keywords to text for your chance to win $200 cash and be entered to win one of our grand prizes, a snowblower, stainless steel cookware set, or a portable air conditioner. Just download the free Civic Media app and listen weekdays at 7, 9, 11, 1, 3, 5, and 7 for your chance to win in our multi-state contest.
Seems like nobody in America agrees on much of anything these days.
But can we agree the federal government shouldn't tax people into poverty?
If you work full-time, you should be able to afford your basic needs. Don't you think? We're the patriotic millionaires.
We believe your full-time job should cover what it costs to live. We think your first $45,000 of income should be tax-free.
And multimillionaires?
We should pay more to fund your tax cut. Go to first45taxfree.com to learn more. A working class tax cut paid for by millionaires. That's an idea we can all agree on.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
This is Robert Pilot, host of Native Roots Radio. On our show, we talk about Native issues like treaties, protecting Mother Earth, and holding our elected officials accountable. You'll also hear from Turtle Island voices like Arvina Martin, State Representative Heather Keeler, Ruth Anna Buffalo, Dr. Anthony Stately, State Senator Mary Kunish, Robert Lilligren, and Bob Blake. Native issues are human issues, and human issues are Native issues.
Native Roots Radio, weeknights at 8 on your local Civic Media radio station.
I was stuck in a state of panic and endless rituals, so I made the call.
Mental health care works when you make the call.
John and Gordy in the afternoon. Sipping a cup of coffee.
This late in the afternoon, you're drinking coffee?
Sure, why not?
Caffeine.
Caffeine is good.
Keep it up all night.
No.
Got to mellow out this time.
I'm addicted to coffees.
Bring it on. Huh?
Bring it on.
If dogs run free, why not we? Bob Dylan.
This is a Civic Media Radio Network, and you can give us a call or text us 855-752-4842 or 755-75-CIVIC. We have a few texts here. Let's get to $1,899 for rent in Appleton.
Yeah.
$450 for the electric bill
per month.
$50 a month for water.
So that's $2,400 a month.
That's a lot.
For a normal townhouse in Appleton, it's BS. I feel choked and unable to save for a down payment for a home. Yeah.
Or another one here.
Yeah.
This housing purchase gobble up has been a massive problem in Canada. BC is all eaten up by Chinese property firms.
British Columbia, huh? Yeah, that seems to be the trend. The Chinese keep buying a lot of property in the U.S. too.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to stop that, of course, but we'll see. And it's one wants to know, John, may I ask you how much you paid for your home in 1996?
Yeah, that was what, 29 years ago? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
What did
well,
do you want to reveal that to everybody?
Well, I managed to talk the sellers of the home to break off a little wooded lot behind them and sell that as a separate lot.
Oh.
And they did. And I bought the house for $126,000.
Wow.
It is now worth over $400,000.
There you go. What happened to that lot? Did somebody build something back there, or is
a neighbor bought the wooded lot?
Yeah.
And they have it so they can build a house on it if they wanted to sell it as a buildable lot.
I see.
So
but they
we'll
didn't
see.
do. They haven't.
They
done
haven't
it.
done that yet. No.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, it's kind of cool.
So that's been a good investment for you.
It has been a
Worked
good
out.
investment. But here's the thing, in regards to at least having a home.
Yeah.
If we had lower interest rates,
right,
this wouldn't be a huge problem, because if you had low interest rates, you could do a whole lot more, because when interest rates were like 3 or 4%, you could actually refinance over and over and over
keep
again.
doing that and
Yes,
make improvements.
you could take money out every
Yes.
time you refinance. We bought a few cars doing that, cash.
Right.
So it was great. And it was just part of the mortgage, and we just kept doing it over and over. That's why low interest rates are really super important when you own a home, or at least looking for a home.
Yeah.
And you can do so much more. It gives you a lot of leverage, a lot of capability to spend the money you want on things you need.
That's the way to do it.
Instead of getting into debt with a
Right.
car loan, which is now a big bubble and a big problem in this country.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I wish somehow, somewhere along the way, the interest rates would come down. I don't think with this economy, with what Trump has done by throwing everything kind of off kilter with tariffs, no one thought that this would happen.
Right.
I didn't know it would happen, but here it is.
Yeah.
So because of that, really, we don't have much of a choice. We have to kind of put up with living on the edge. And I think that's what everybody's doing in this country now, just living on the edge, because we don't know what's going to happen next.
Right. Would you have to? You don't really need to make any more improvements on the house, except maintenance. Although you talked about maybe building a garage.
A garage.
That's
yeah.
about the only thing.
I had to put that off because wood became too expensive because of tariffs. And then, of course,
wood from
I took
Canada.
advantage of the $4,000 rebate on an EV. That's
Right.
why I got the EV.
The space car.
Yeah,
Yes.
space car. Now
And-
we live in the space car.
Except you don't get to drive it then.
No, I don't get to drive it hardly at all.
The boys drive.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Well, you know.
They let you have it every once in a while, once a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, it's just if we can just get this economy roaring again, it isn't. Everybody's just kind of living paycheck to paycheck, spending a lot of money on gifts this year. It was a record-breaking, Black Friday,
Right.
for everybody.
And today's Cyber Monday. I don't know. We're talking
That's
about how
right,
many
yes.
billions of dollars get spent on Cyber Monday. But
Yeah.
it's a lot.
And a lot of people are buying on time.
Yes.
They're splitting it up, paying it over a certain amount of time. So that's not good either.
And by the way, tomorrow is Giving Tuesday, and Civic Media and all of our stations will be talking about that quite a lot tomorrow, and make some suggestions of where you can donate to charitable causes. So that's happening all day tomorrow.
During the morning show, I did have a problem blowing snow. During the morning show, we asked, what's a good snowblower?
Right.
That works with wet snow.
Yeah, heavy wet snow.
Yeah. And we got a few calls,
Ego?
some good suggestions.
Is that the one that you're thinking about? The Ego?
The Ego was a battery-operated snowblower.
Yeah.
And I'm fascinated by anything battery-operated.
It's high-tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have a chainsaw that is battery-operated.
Okay.
We've got a leaf blower that's battery-operated.
Right.
And
but snow blowers require a lot of power, right?
And a weed eater.
Yeah, weed eater. That's okay.
But I'm looking for maybe a snowblower now that is battery operated. Big surprise, right?
You're going to be out there shopping, shop around. Yeah.
Well, now my wife threw in another idea, something we should maybe try, and that is to let everybody
since this morning
shovel their own homes out.
Well, you're kind of the neighborhood guy when it comes to that kind of thing.
I do it for all my neighbors with my gigantic snowblower that now
that
just
you don't
pushes
like.
snow. It doesn't throw it anymore. Yeah. So
okay. Well, maybe you get your neighbors to chip in a little bit.
Well, they pay me to do it.
Oh, they
not
do?
Not very much. I don't ask a lot. I mean, we all have to use the driveway, so they have me over a barrel.
Well, keep us posted.
Okay.
All right. We're coming back in a few minutes. You can, in the meantime, get on the phone line, 855-752-4842. Coming right back with more of John and Gordy in the afternoon.
Get it, baby.
No assembly required. Our lakes are gorgeous. Just don't swim in them. 92.7 WMDX, keeping Madison honest, one broadcast at a time.
For 92.7 WMDX News, I'm Savannah Tomei Olson. It's that time of year. Expect to see more people around you getting sick, especially after Thanksgiving gatherings. Staff from the Wisconsin Department of Health Services say flu activity is fairly low, but increasing. Looking at their data maps, there's definitely a pocket of influenza that has spread right here in the Madison area. They're actually seeing the most positive tests for rhinovirus and enterovirus right now. About 50% of colds are caused by those viruses, but they can also cause hand, foot, and mouth disease. And of course, we're now officially in the holiday season where people are gathering, hugging, sharing food. DHS staff recommend being up to date on vaccinations for flu and COVID-19, washing your hands a ton, and of course, if you're sick, stay home. They'd previously told us that far fewer Wisconsinites had gotten flu shots this year, but they say it's never too late. They say after last week, those virus numbers could begin to spike quickly. The DHS has a new page that tracks respiratory illnesses. You can find it on their website. Meanwhile, some lawmakers want Wisconsinites to start paying for things like biking or foraging on public land, which has always been free. Maddie Schaefer has more.
Republican state lawmakers are proposing bills seeking to raise more revenue for the Department of Natural Resources by imposing fees for outdoor activities like hiking on public land. One of the bills would create an official hiking permit costing $20 for adults and $10 for children 12 and older. Another bill would create an official permit for foraging on state-owned land, which would cost $40 for adults and $20 for children over 12. State Republicans say the proposed bills could help cover a $16 million shortfall in the agency's budget.
That's Maddie Schaefer reporting. I'm Savannah Tomei Olson, 92.7 WMDX News.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. In Didn't See That Coming news, the show All's Fair has been renewed for season 2. Kim Kardashian's stinker of a legal drama will get another season due in part to the fact that despite god-awful reviews, the show launched at number 1 on Hulu. In a related story, are you serious? I couldn't get past the first 10 minutes. On All's Fair, Kardashian wears threads no one would ever see in a courtroom and leads a team of divorce attorneys with stripper names like Allura, Liberty, Emerald, and Sheila. Your Honor, I'd like to request a brief recess for some pole dancing. Rotten Tomatoes can tell you whether something is fresh or not. They have no category for an actual reeking. All's Fair opened strong out of the gate with a 0% positive reviews that skyrocketed up to 5% positive and has settled at 3%. You can smell new episodes of All's Fair Tuesday nights on Hulu. For more showbiz fun, tune in to Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Your neighbors are talking. Leaders are deciding. Madison's story unfolds daily on 92.7 WMDX.
I'm meteorologist Brandon Bormans. Look for light snow to taper off this evening. Any accumulations will be minor. Low temperatures around 10 above. On Tuesday, partly sunny skies and chilly with highs in the mid-20s. A bit of light snow possible again on Wednesday with highs near 30. Currently, it's 24 degrees.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
That's what we were taught, service before self.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Pete Schwaba, Madison-based film critic and the CityCast Madison newsletter editor, Rob Thomas. Christmas to me is like the least sexy holiday. Like there's Halloween, kind of a sexy holiday, maybe Valentine's Day, sweetest day, but like, I don't know, Christmas, like even Arbor Day is sexier than Christmas, I think.
Interesting.
I
don't remind me not to spend Arbor Day with you.
I get a little frisky, Rob.
Nightlight with Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 5 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Goose-step mama on the cover chart. Goose-step mama taken by and large.
John and Gordy.
While you tinker with some tailor.
This is the Civic Media Radio Network.
Phone lines are open right now, 855-752-4842. John, did you see this item? I know you collect comic books, or at least you used to.
I had.
You still have some, right?
I do.
This story came out a few days ago about the number one Superman comic book, the very first one that came out in 1959. Somebody found it in their deceased mother's attic, and this happened in San Francisco. And they sold this. They found the Superman number one comic book and sold it for $9.1 million.
Just amazing.
They auctioned it for
Just
$9
amazing.
million plus.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Well, scroll down to the picture again. Let's take a look at it.
Yeah. This one?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Is that the one that you're thinking?
Yeah, it's graded 9.0, which is really high.
Yeah. And they say the climate in San Francisco helped to maintain its crisp corners, vivid colors, and sturdy spine.
What?
Can you imagine that?
Why would that
It's been
be?
in an attic since probably 1939.
Attics are a little warm,
1940.
right? And that deteriorates things really quick, like
85
paper.
years, 86
You would think.
years. Yes. Well,
I'm shocked by the look of that comic book.
but $9 million.
Now, I didn't really collect comics. I just bought a lot of them and held on to them for years since the mid-'60s.
Yeah.
And I could have taken better care of them had I known.
But you had quite a collection, and
I did.
You sold a few of these off, right?
I did.
Over time.
The biggest regret I had was selling X-Men.
Oh, really?
I had all of the X-Men.
Yeah.
All the early ones. And I sold it to a Canadian collector.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, this is really fantastic. And in fact, I even bought my first computer based on that sale.
Wow.
A Gateway 2000.
Oh, wow.
2000.
Gateways. Ooh.
Love those boxes.
So, yeah, the boxes were fantastic.
The cow boxes.
But later on, I found out after trying to sell my comic books that X-Men is probably one of the most valuable collectibles ever. All of them.
You found that out after
Yes,
you
I
had
found
already...
that out afterwards.
Oh.
Boy, I'd be just swimming in wealth right now had I held on to those.
Well, what year did you sell those? The X-Men ones? Like in the late 90s or early 2000s?
I think in early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, wait. It was the 90s. Yeah, I got the Gateway.
Okay.
About 1996 or 4 or something like that.
All right.
Yeah. But anyway, you know, I've been selling my comic books off. I made about, I don't know, $50,000, $60,000.
Oh, look at you.
Selling them.
Yeah.
I still have a few DCs. I'm not a big fan of DC. I have some Batman comics that I'm going to try to sell in the not too distant future.
Okay. Good for you, man.
Are you interested?
No, not really.
Yeah. Are you
I'm
asking because you're interested?
No,
or?
never really been interested in the comic. I'm just interested in, how you sold these off at the right time, apparently, except for the X-Men ones.
The X-Men, that was a big mistake.
That one, but yeah.
But you stuff cardboard in some kind of bag that doesn't deteriorate the comic book at all, doesn't have fumes that wreck the paper.
I see.
But yeah, it's a really cool thing.
We got a text here from someone in the 414 area, I think. My dad gave all of his comics away at a garage sale. He almost did the same with his Magic the Gathering cards, but I swiped them.
Wow.
Okay. That was nice of you.
That's sad.
Yeah, it is.
I remember my neighbors had like boxes and boxes of baseball cards.
Yeah, I had a bunch, and I don't know where they went.
You'd have to at least think maybe 2,000-3,000 cards, right?
Yeah.
How many great cards, pricey cards would have been in that box?
Yeah. I had
shocking.
I had 3 or 4 shoe boxes of baseball cards back in the early 60s, and somewhere along the line, we moved a lot.
Yeah.
We lived with a family of gypsies, and every couple of years it was up to somewhere else. But my mom, I'm sure, tossed them out somewhere along the line. I just wonder what was in there. Never saw them again.
I know.
Yeah. Okay.
But the thing is, you never really think that far ahead. You don't think, well, these are going to be collectibles someday. Put a piece of cardboard, bag it, save it flat.
Parker, have you collected anything like Legos or any, Pokemon cards or anything like that?
I do have a pretty good amount, I think, of Lego Star Wars stuff.
Oh, really?
I don't know if any of that's got any value, but it might. There was a pretty good number of stuff in there.
Maybe. I know that some of the early Star Wars cards, trading cards, worth a lot of money, especially the first movies cards.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know they made trading cards for.
They did. They made trading cards for everything.
Well, I suppose.
Three Stooges trading cards, Monster trading cards. I have all those, and I'm waiting for them to be collectibles. But there isn't a market for those, which I find very unusual or strange. So, another thing that I find very strange and unusual is that, I've been out of the loop. Gordy has been out of the loop. We have not been paid by George Soros yet.
Yeah. Where are those checks?
Yeah. I mean, every Republican knows, every MAGA out there knows that we get paid by George Soros just to show up at these protests.
Sure.
We've been to a lot of them. We have not gotten paid yet.
I don't know what the
and
problem
I feel
is.
really bad about it. But I also feel bad that there are plans by the Democrats that I was unaware of.
Oh, really?
But Stephen Miller knows what those plans are.
Does he?
Yeah.
What kind of plans are you talking
about? Well, let's listen to Stephen Miller explain one of those plans that we were never let in on.
You've got some audio of Stephen Miller explaining these
And I'm
things?
talking about every Democrat in the country. Let's find out what that was.
Okay.
It's it for your audience perfectly, Sean. This was not a loophole. The Biden administration, Secretary of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas, devised a scheme to fly illegal aliens into the country and then to escort them en masse across the border by the millions and to give them something known as parole, which gives them a work permit, which gives them a social security number, which gives them access to the voting booth. This was the plan all along, to get them here illegally so they can get free government benefits, get hooked to welfare, and be able to participate in American elections. This was an attack on democracy by the Democrat Party. It's the same attack that we see, Sean, when you have California, a sanctuary state, that is refusing to turn over even illegal alien criminals and gang members to ICE. So these are illegal aliens in California who have been arrested by California police, by California law enforcement for serious crimes, for crimes against children, for felonies, for crimes that threaten public safety, and they are refusing to hand these criminal illegal aliens over to ICE. Instead, they're freeing them back into the cities to offend and offend again. By any definition, what California is doing is criminal. It is a violation of our laws. It is one of the most heinous things that I have seen in my entire.
Well, yeah, you know,
just making it up. Just guy is nuts.
I know he gets all wound up, and then it just keeps going, right? But that's another thing that we were unaware of, you know, trying to boost the vote in this country by allowing immigrants in.
Yeah, I did
not know that because I didn't think they could vote. But
right.
you know, letting a lot of people in that can't vote. Not the smartest thing to do, but
seems like that would have been a good plan.
Yeah, somewhere along the way. Hey, I'm going to get to this because we had trouble. We had tech problems to play these cuts.
Earlier.
Now we have them. Now, this is not earlier this show, but maybe another show. I want to get to this. I just want to get it out there into the ether. Okay.
Okay.
This is Donald Trump granting asylum to the DC shooter. Okay.
Oh,
now let's start off here. And this is cut 198. This is Tom Homan, and he's talking about letting everybody into this country who's dangerous. Let's listen here. Okay.
And these third world nations, they don't have systems like we do. There's no way to clearly vet these people, 100% that they're safe to come to this country from these third world nations. President Trump's doing the right thing. I really, truly think that most of them are going to end up being deported because we're not going to be able to properly vet them.
Okay. So now you got it, right?
Okay.
All right. Dangerous people.
Yeah.
All right. So a little while back, Trump blamed Biden. Let's listen to that cut. 195.
We're not going to put up with these kind of assaults on law and order by people who shouldn't even be in our country. We must now re-examine every single alien who has entered our country from Afghanistan under Biden, and we must take all necessary measures to ensure the removal of any alien from any country who does not belong here or add benefit to our country. If they can't love our country, we don't want them.
That's right. Yes. But then this happened. This is cut 194.
What we know is that he comes here from Afghanistan. Now, this is a guy who's been living in Washington State, not Washington, D.C., on the other end of the country. He comes here from Afghanistan in the summer of 2021. Remember what that was like. Refugees fleeing Afghanistan. People had to be recommended by U.S. people on one end, vetted on this end by government background checks as far as they could do in Afghanistan, have sponsors and so on. He settled in Washington. He applies for asylum in December of 2024. Now he goes through another vetting process involving that, and he's approved for asylum in April of this year under the Trump administration. He comes in under the Biden administration. These checks are being done. It appears that he must have done work either for or with the United States and Afghanistan to become part of the Allies Welcome Program and be brought here. That still doesn't get us closer to motive.
No, although.
No, but.
Okay.
So he was approved in April under Trump.
Right.
To be in this country.
Right.
Okay, now let's go to cut 202. This is Kristi Noem. Big
now, when
follow-up.
we vet individuals under this administration, we know who they are, why they are here, and going through that. Unfortunately, this individual, that entire process happened under Joe Biden's watch.
Well, but just to be very clear, I want to go back to what happened on the Trump administration's watch. He was extensively vetted in order to serve alongside U.S. service members as a part of the CIA trained strike force. But in terms of what happened on the Trump administration's watch, just to be very clear, what vetting did the Trump administration do before giving this suspect asylum?
Probably nothing.
The vetting process, Kristen, happens when the person comes into the country, and Joe Biden completely did not vet any of these individuals, did not vet this individual, waited until he got into the United States, and then that application for asylum was opened under the Joe Biden administration when he was the president in the White House and allowed that to go forward with the information that they provided. That's the Biden administration's responsibility. This is the consequences of the dangerous situation he put our country in when he allowed those people to infiltrate our country during that abandonment of Afghanistan. And that's why I'm so grateful we have a president now that isn't going to allow it to happen, that he now has put in place measures under his watch at the Department of Homeland Security that we are bringing in new information on vetting, new information to use, such as what do they do on Facebook? What do they do on TikTok and other social media platforms? And who are they talking to? Who are their conversations with? And we use their biometric data information now to track to make sure they are who they say they are, and they're here for their right intentions.
And we are going to talk about some of the steps the president's taking, but I just want to be
So as you can tell, they're doing so much more now.
Oh, sure.
They didn't do anything back then to vet this guy at all. Not that would have found anything, but I mean, it's essentially.
But they're doing a lot more
Biden.
now.
This is the blame Biden derangement syndrome.
That's it.
All right.
Yes.
So just it's out there. It's a sickness. It's an illness.
And on it goes. Coming right back with wrapping things up here on John and Gordy for the afternoon after this.
Goose-step mama, oh yeah. Goose-step mama, all right. Goose-step mama.
Noise conversation. 92.7 WMDX is your home for real news and great conversation in Madison.
At Allure Intimate Apparel, fit is everything. Not just how something feels, but how it makes you feel. Bras, sleepwear, swim, and intimates, Allure has it all. Their industry professionals and trained fit specialists deliver a discreet, graceful experience that honors every figure. It's style without compromise, elegance without effort. Allure is thoughtfully expanding. Come visit their brand new Hilldale Shopping Center location, where women will discover how fit and confidence go hand in hand. Visit allurefits.com.
Hey, honey, have you been to Sugar River Pizza in Sun Prairie yet?
Oh, yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah, I know. I love the pizza.
Pizza is ridiculous. That crust.
Right, and they have
48 beers on tap and a great selection of wines.
And the atmosphere.
Not only is the restaurant gorgeous,
that room with the
giant windows that open, and they won a Best of Madison Gold Award this year.
I love Sugar River
Pizza on Cabela Drive in Sun Prairie.
You took the words right out of my
mouth.
Yep. SugarRiverPizza.com.
Oh, so you have heard of it.
Is your computer so slow you can hardly use it? Does it have blue screens, malware, viruses, reboots, hardware crashes? Sound familiar? Computers will have problems, and when they do, you need the computer experts at Madison Computer Works. Every day, we help home users and businesses keep their computers and networks running smoothly. For solutions to your computer problems, call the pros at 231-8000, and we'll turn this into this. Madison Computer Works. Computers that work for you.
Happy holidays, happy holidays, happy holidays.
Oh, hello, everyone. Judy Summers from Summers Tree Farm, located on Rocky Dell Road, 3 miles west of Middleton, exit 250 Airport Road. The farm opens the day after Thanksgiving, 8 to 5 daily. We close at noon Christmas Eve. Visit our website at summerschristmastreefarm.com. We look forward to seeing you. Happy holidays from the Summers family.
Are you prepared, I say to my Republican friends, to sit back and allow over 20 million Americans to see a doubling of their healthcare premiums?
It's Bernie Sanders, right? Will 2026 Obamacare premiums double for 20 million Americans? No. Many Affordable Care Act enrollees will face sharp premium increases when enhanced subsidies expire on December 31st. But there's no evidence that 20 million people will see their costs double. KFF estimates average monthly payments will more than double in 2026. While it doesn't say how many will see premiums double, 2 to 3 million higher income enrollees losing all enhanced subsidies could see their premiums double or triple. I'm Trisha Young for Wisconsin Watch. Fact briefs are bite-sized.
John and Gordy in the afternoon. Coming up next, just a few minutes, Pete Schwaba, Nightlight. He will be welcoming in comedian Dobie Maxwell and also Milwaukee film critic Matt Miller. That's coming up next on Pete Schwaba's Nightlight.
Sounds great.
And also, we're highlighting the fact that Godfather of Green Bay is coming to Madison Thursday night, a special showing to celebrate its 20th anniversary at the Atwood Music Hall. So if you're anywhere in the state, you want to come into Madison Thursday night, tickets are just $10 to see this great little movie that Pete made 20 years ago. He stars in it. He wrote it. He directed it.
It's really a lot of fun. It's fun.
Yeah, it's great. It's going to be a fun time, and we'll be there along with Pete. He's going to take some questions about the movie, and we're going to have some fun that night. So we hope you can join us.
It's fun in Wisconsin. That's what it's all about.
And Madison at the Atwood Music Hall is just a great place.
Yeah. Well, you've been there a number of times.
Yeah,
now.
Several times. It's a fairly new venue. I think they opened up about 5 or 6 months ago, and it's got great acoustics, a really great screen to watch movies. They have a lot of bands there and do a lot of other events, but should be a good time. So if you can make it into Madison Thursday night, 7:00, Atwood Music Hall, Godfather of Green Bay.
All right.
So, all right.
Or, sometimes, we talk to CJ on the show. Sometimes we mention my mega friend in Milwaukee.
Right.
But you know what? The megas are very angry. We get that. We understand that from CJ, and we understand that from my mega friend in Milwaukee.
Right.
They're angry for being called a Nazi. They don't like being called Nazis. They hate it more than anything. And somebody put together a bunch of clips of them sounding like maybe they're Nazis.
Okay.
And clips of them complaining that they're being referred to as Nazis.
Oh.
So why don't we play cut 192?
Okay.
And hear how that sounds.
All right, Republicans, you want to get serious about winning in 2026? Here's how we do it. Let's offer solutions that bring down costs now, not in the distant future, but in the present. Bring down those electric bills by requiring AI data centers to pay for their own energy. Bring down housing costs by ending land use restrictions that stop new home construction. And you know what? Slash property taxes while we're at it. Let's make help.
Is that the right cut?
No, that's not the right cut.
What number is that again?
Well,
please stand by.
That's like from last month. I should have mentioned that.
I see.
Okay. Yeah.
Do we have that cut?
Does he have access to it? Dom shuffles these things all over the place, And,
now you're blaming Dom.
No. I mean,
I'll blame Dom.
He's got his own system, He's got his own system. Everyone's got their own system here, playing the right cuts.
Okay.
That was Vivek Ramaswamy.
Oh, what happened?
Making
to him?
it sound very simple. The problems that we have in this country, very easy to solve. Just bring down the prices of homes.
We don't hear much from Vivek Ramaswamy anymore.
Well,
what happened? He's not in the inner circle.
He's not in the inner circle, but I think he's still running for office. I can't remember which one.
I think we found the cut now.
All right, let's listen.
Saying this is Gestapo stuff. They're calling us Nazis.
The group chat members spoke freely about the love of Nazis.
They've called us Nazis. They've called us Hitler. They've called us fascists.
If you don't obey them, they denounce you as a racist. Why do they keep calling us racist?
One of the messages referred to black people as monkeys and watermelon people.
Stop demonizing us. Don't call us Hitler anymore. Don't call us Nazis.
One talked about sending political opponents to gas chambers to, quote, watch people burn now.
An investigation has now been launched after a swastika flag of Congressman Dave Taylor's office, and you can see the American flag with the swastika.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
So now if you could cue up 193.
Do we have time for that?
Right next to that.
Okay.
All right. And this is, again, who's the party of violence and incendiary rhetoric? Well,
this
decide. You keep talking about political violence, and we have study after study that shows that more political violence comes from the right wing, especially in modern American history, than it does from the left wing. So even if you just want to ignore the data, question for you. When Donald Trump mocked Paul Pelosi getting beaten over the head with a hammer, was that okay? When Donald Trump Jr. did the same, was that okay? When Mike Lee, senator from Utah, mocked the murder of Melissa Hortman and her husband in her home on Twitter, was that okay? When Donald Trump didn't lower the flag for Melissa Hortman after he did, of course, for Charlie Kirk, was that okay? When he was asked about Melissa Hortman, he said, who is that? He didn't know who Melissa Hortman was. Didn't even attend her funeral like President Biden did, former President Biden. So These are examples of political violence. The largest example of modern political violence comes from your party, Donald Trump, on January 6th, and then he proceeded to pardon all of those people. So you keep talking about political violence, but every major Democrat in office has condemned any violence. I would condemn anybody at these protests saying they want to take the lives of any conservatives for their beliefs. But your guy pardoned people who beat police officers over the head.
There you go.
Yeah.
So there it is.
That says it all.
That's proof right there.
Right.
And apparently Vivek Ramaswamy is running for governor of Ohio.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Forgot.
Oh, good. Good for him.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate the help on that.
Yeah. And guess what? We are out of time here, John.
What?
I know. But we will be back again tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
From 2 until 5.
Well, we can do that.
And we'll have Jeff Haberchef in talking about food prices and supply chain stuff for grocery stores, that kind of thing.
We really have to get into that.
Yes, we're going to get into the weeds on that. And also Justin Seisnor talking about insurance. And a whole lot more tomorrow. That's from 2 until 5. Okay? Ready for that?
All right.
Everybody psyched up?
In the meantime, I will probably go shopping when I get home. And
really?
Well,
you got grocery shopping? Are you going to Costco?
I am going to go to Costco. That's where I live.
We know that. Yes.
Part-time, I live at Costco.
Yeah.
But I did, and this is late breaking news.
Yeah.
I actually said I'm going to buy the damn AI glasses.
You are going to do that
yes,
now?
I decided to get them anyway.
Oh, I can't wait.
What the hell am I doing, man?
No, we want to see how they work.
Really?
Yeah, I can't wait.
Okay.
All right. That's it for us. That's all. Nightlight is next. We hope you have a good night. Talk to you tomorrow. So long.
Let the sun shine. It's the John and Gordy Show.